John Mahama. I don't know where my first. Meaning I did that. Okay. I feel I said the entire party to because you see the pain in my heart in say me call Botiano nipa 15 or me that John Mahama be a good training count here. Why is that party still at post? That party, why is that party still at post? Look, John Mahama onim ne ho I am a ya do baby am na John Mahama sem ya me ya too much because so ni nsira nya me dia ma wa so enkwasiafo so da so ma dan party da so tigana so it means that the another party ye bia ope. Then why did we have to change the government? Obi a wakokum nipa as a nipa lie ayo mo firing squad wo Botiano. This is public knowledge. Policy say hina wonu timi ma command say yen say nipa line enyo mo firing squad e wo Botiano nku omo. What I saw as IGP under you.
Okay.
Ha! Eti ye kwaya na ye bae.
Nyame ye mboafo.
Anye Nyankopon ye boafo, Nyankopon nam ai o se ye fe no Adam Bona. Bona no efi John Mahama krom. Bona no ne japa. Omo ye abusua. Enti no me hu ni se o de abusuasem na o de nenam na John Mahama appointed on Yamana small arms and BBB commission. John Mahama opese so mine obona omayenhu. Oh yes, appointment na John Mahama aye no opese obo mine no. Adam Bona na onenam na so oya doctor no okọ school no okọ no hen. PhD no nya no hen. This is a manner. You're born free UK for criminality. I will delve into it. Me say time ni so. You musa question say. A day no kwa year was secondary school. Six form abreso in the 80s. Then no kwa year. Ne papa na ne ye posini. Posini by a security expert. Oko security school or here. Yeah, what security aspect title? Yeah, media force so mu dua bu. Na matimi afra dan bona betan radio so TV so. Me list to okrampo say be krampo. Me hu so ja kakra. Me yem from security aspect. Obi a onu kura wudi tuo to okura won timi nkire tuo ne bare na won timi nkire etuo se ne ye tutu tuo ne ya hyehyɛ tuo onim ye. Yes, so a security aspect. Obi a onu wo kan hu no supply tuo ko boko. Who does that small arms and way amano? He said you have legitimized his talking trade.
Business.
Dan pari akwala Adam Bona, that pari Alas Adamu, that pari akwala. The former your friend is saying Ambrose Dari, the former interior minister. Nakwala. And our co-founder said, "No man a tuoso. Wobia Ambrose Dari yetimi akase ku beba man we mu. We put the tuo kwa kwasha Adam Bona answer. Ah, Ura John Mahama. I don't know where my first. Meaning I did that. Okay. I feel I said the entire party to because you see the pain in my heart in say me call Botiano nipa 15 or me that John Mahama be a good training count here. Why is that party still at post? That party, why is that party still at post? Look, John Mahama onim ne ho I am a ya do baby am na John Mahama sem ya me ya too much. Because so ni nsira nya me dia ma wa so enkwasiafo so da so ma dan pare da so tigana so it means that the another pare ye bia ope. Then why did we have to change the government? Obi a wakokum nipa as a nipa lie ayo mo firing squad wo Botiano. This is public knowledge. Policy say hina wonu timi ma command say yen say nipa line enyo mo firing squad e wo Botiano nku omo. What I saw as IGP under you.
Okay.
Ha! Eti ye kwaya na ye bae.
Nyame ne ye mboafo.
Anye Nyankopon ye boafo, Nyankopon nam nipa John Mahama so. Wo se wo mema wo sesa wo man no ye sebre. Na wo bae a sebre na ne da so timu. I go home always being afraid because I fear for my life. Me say ye di tuasi wo so anadwo de suom agye wo car na wanya wo nkwa anya wo tie didim na wo nim say that party is one of the suspects. Yeah, nam suma ya tie me car. You will have to be terrified knowing that he is the IGP of this country.
Okay.
Sabi ya bo betuo te say abedonko obi a ono ye DSTV adwuma wo ye eye friend say multi TV adwuma wakobo obi this waba wabehu suppose for eye am robbery wono akolifi akoda yakokobu ni punani afa no abedonko ade te ya abedonko ya beku no eye friend say mango tree ase ewo police headquarters ya poni tu akuno Nigeria former 12, including a pregnant woman. Ya boni tuo our police headquarters a kuno. Now you under John Mahama, John Mahama. Hey, look, me rate me. John Mahama onim nyame obono.
Me da say.
Me yes sir. John Mahama is entertaining criminals in his government. Criminals. Adam Bonanya appointment. Our John Mahama abemu. It's better to go back to Akufo-Addo. Adam Bona. No, that is what you like. To one pay Akufo-Addo. Any Adam Bona or Akufo-Addo. No, why are you appointing people like Adam Bona in your government? It takes only a criminal to do that. He's a criminal. And then Adam Bona find any papa. Who papa you post in need that and walk. Oh papa, or retire. Who are the bona oba fear war? I know him personally. So, Japaniano no. Japa, Niniano no.
Niniapa.
Oh, their family, Bona and Japa family no. John Mahama family no. In the right Japa, I say for no.
Okay.
In the right Japa. The warrior, the great warrior.
Okay, yeah.
Japa Palace Hall. Yeah. Omu nyina se no no, omu ti ehon na hye, omu furu ma ehon na hye.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Obi a otimi boni papa, pam ni free ni fie ku no. Papa ni wuya ade ya ta na nya so ye dipa. Alasa Adamu. How? I mean, John Mahama, please get serious. Yes. I'm worried. You have to. Because look, the level of insecurity in this country, now John Mahama bent in you feel say, say I'm still not secured. The level of insecurity is too much.
Me solo so babe some mama cash flow.
Obi a wo papa wo. Na wo wetimi akwa ye will ama papa. Akofa obi. Nipa no kofa no ye fe no Don Yaga. Moro Don Yaga. So on ye busua. Onye busua ni onu na ye busua pani na ko police headquarters. Akwa jini papa ja pade. Wait. So let's get serious. I'm worried. But you want to research when to it. We are research ben and I'm who's Adam Bonano and I say or TV Suntino, Muso say man appointment or back did my term. I feel no Matthias here the entire Adam Parade that's what you want.
That is so. My system nyina collapse na me heart nkwa na ye adwuma. Ye kukuru me Kobie na say me kire wo mu say me yare ampa hospital doctor. Yes, doctor Tro excuse duty. Say I'm dying.
Hey, so that's who exaggerated.
I'm not exaggerating, I'm telling you the truth.
And you pay your
Yes, go and ask them.
Away, you pay your fine.
BNI.
Hey, now be a heart and one me yare. Oh nana. I am telling you. I am not lying. You are not working hard in my whole body. I had a total system collapse. A total.
And so you were sent to the.
I am telling you.
I don't know who said Oko.
Oh, there's my at least we are saying, but
I also had to inquire.
Of course. So what your internal organs. No, I am just telling you your internal organs were not working. Ultimately, I am not joking. Me aunt Hank she took me there. It's me kwa me kwa no kwa wo nyina hu me afi no mo tete haban ma me aunt no so no ama me. Me am ka kire wo.
Na bia na dan no wansa haban no.
No, they are true.
Oh, Sika, please. If
no, Sika, Nipe can and
yes, now can
you know, national security down.
Mango trees,
yes.
Any name tree.
Mango trees and papa is a mango tree is a one. Yes.
Mango tree at the
banana, I'm brutal.
Yes, they carried me there. Opa bisa me person body.
Mango I had the sack my.
Makasa I want to ask you. Makasa me yare akumaya.
Person na come up na ye. The body ni na total system collapse.
Yes. It's mango leaves no bitty or see and farmer men naming. I'm telling you. I feel no more.
When na year ben no.
2017.
Na now Dubai.
I swear. What are you talking about?
To them, collapse banks, and people who was unemployed. You cannot today say that, but even Mr. Speaker, with determination. Yesterday, I am so surprised. My respectable colleague, he made mention that he couldn't even hear. He couldn't even hear that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama spoke about job creation, and then he said any initiatives. But if
Honorable MS,
your statement is about Corella, and Corella this year it started from Addo. And when you want to understand what Corella means, which means somebody has eaten feces. Mr. Speaker, what brings about all those things is about sanitation. Whether we do proper sanitation. Mr. Speaker, just 2 months ago, there is a whole ministry for sanitation. And if you look at the budget for that ministry, and if you look at that budget and the sanitation doesn't go down to the people, then, Mr. Speaker, I beg to differ. We are not speaking truth to our
Abusiamfo mechiachia munyina ama munyina akwa abasoronko. Yes, yehu ye hu ache mesre mu ase mu fanche me na enyuma no edosho. Entune duru ba bia na mo de ache yen se yentumi ama. Se yentumi ama na ne nkyere se yanyira kura ye wo ho. Adwuma no afato hu se ebeye. Enti ebeye a emi ya mesre se waba no. Omodran se obehye video na ama me. Like video no mame na comment so mame na mihu nchiao na ye nyina adwumadre na yafa ato ye ho so se ebe bie Ghana fo ani amo mo hu ye history ba bia ye freba yase dia wo se ye nye dia ya nye ni yie a 2028 e wo se ye nsan ko ye ho adwuma yie man ne man ko yie ma ye no yetumi abɔ ho dawro ama no ayeden akɔ akiri. Say the medical can midin ensign midin and Mr. Mafo ha RAZ Media GH on YouTube. Samsung RAZ Media ewo Facebook. Mr. Wasawaba na wa like video na mame. Na wa sanso a share video no. Aka hon na wa free wa dofo. Umi anom so omomra na RAZ masan atrase. Yeah, my yira check kakra but menyira me wo ho bibi nti enti amunhu me. Ajuma ene enema buduma ewo fie be Nyankopon adom ene masan aba mimse me sound kama mimse video no so ani da ho kama pa. I think yes, hope and say it will keep on being this. Abusiamfo mo amemfanchia ayemu edre amu edre emfama yemia panyini Samuel Okuno from YouTube was a good even brother. Sansuna Mimia Frank Kofi, or say good evening, bro. How are you? Senior, I'm doing very well. Sansuna Yem Fanchiaka Sie Emma Ajere Clement. A 2 giga Richard. ɛna yɛnwia kwadwo ɔpɔn antwi ɛwɔ YouTube ɛwɔ Facebook sorry ɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu nyina adɔfoɔ ɛsan so ɛma mo akɔ aba bio nwia mɛsɔ sɛ video no share ma me paa na yɛmfa adɔfoɔ ɛmmra like video no na automatically video no nyɛ pushed sɛ da bɛyɛ bɛtumi akɔ anim abusanfoɔ ɔkyena ɛyɛ the great day 11th March 2025 deɛ na ɛbɛkɔ so ɔkyena the first budget of the NDC ɛbɛkɔ parliament ɔkyena na kromfoɔ atofoɔ sen ɛbɛkɔ parliament ɛde akɔto Ghanafoɔ nyinaa anim ɛne parliament anim sɛ wei ɛne wei ɛna mo pɛ sɛ ɔmo nyɛ sei na ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo mmɔ ɔman no akɔhoma ɛwɔ afe mpemienu ɛne aduonu yi mu enti nsɛm bebree ɛna atofoɔ sen ɛwɔ sɛ ɔde bɛkɔ akɔkyerɛ sabio Ghanafoɔ on tomorrow enti yɛnyina yɛhwɛ animu yɛnyina yɛagyeta yɛnyina yɛyɛ word yɛnyina yɛtwɛn the budget itself to understand very well nsɛm a ɔmo ka kyerɛ during the campaign nsɛm ahodoɔ ɔmo keka during the campaign ɛne ɛbɛyɛ wei ɛne ɛbɛyɛ wei ɛne ɛbɛyɛ wei no ampanyina mpaa no ɔmo betumi ayɛ anaasɛ ne nyinaa no na ɛyɛ mame nka bi na menkɔ sɛdeɛ yɛwura Mahamadi ka kyerɛ no during campaign we lie yɛhun sɛ nɔkorɛ no wɔ hɔ yɛnka ne yɛtwa ntorɔ asɛmpapa no wɔ hɔ yɛnka nɔkorɛ no wɔ hɔ yɛnka ma wo nte na yɛde asie o enti ɔkyena ɛne yɛbɛhu yɛsɛ kea ne ke ɔkyena ɛyɛ kea ne ke atofoɔ simpe ɔmpe o ɔbɛkasa ama yɛtie no na me before atofoɔ sin ɔkyena bɛkɔ akɔyɛ budget no menim sɛ yɛnyina Ghanafoɔ nyinaa campaign NDC foɔ yɛtii ne nyinaa yɛse Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne n'aban de tax akɛseɛ agu Ghanafoɔ so Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne n'aban sabio ɛgye e-levy ɔmo nte aseɛ ɛho nhia ɛwɔ sɛ nka yɛntwam yɛsɛ Nana Addo ne n'aban sabio yɛgye yɛka ne sɛn tax wɔ betting tax ɛwɔ sɛ yɛntwam yɛsɛ importation tax ɛkɔ soro NDC foɔ kan yɛasɛ even a mess tax a sabio yɛgyegye de aboa yɛn ho na green environment ɛtima maintaining ho no NDC foɔ sister Nana Addo ɛbɔ Ghanafoɔ korɔ no enti ɛnɛ deɛ ɛne ɔkyena deɛ yɛbɛhwehwɛ afiri atofoɔ sen hɔ ɛne sɛ atofoɔ sen bɛba Ghanafoɔ nyinaa anim na promise ahodoɔ na ɔmɛkiiɛ on the taxes no ɔba bɛgyina no akɛ sɛ e-levy ayi afiri hɔ betting tax ayi afiri hɔ importation tax yɛatete so saa nneɛma wei ɛna yɛpɛ ɛde yɛpɛ afiri atofoɔ sen n'anum asɛm foforɔ biara ne hɔ atofoɔ sen bɛka yɛn yɛbɛtena aseɛ ɛno ɛna yɛhwehwɛ afiri ne hɔ na yɛba bɛhwɛ adeɛ o tie atofoɔ sen bia na ne werɛ firi my mo video we na yɛntie bi na yɛnto aso ɛna yɛwɔ nsɛm bebree ka but asɛm yɛ very image a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛmfa nkɔ na yɛmfa ɛma atofoɔ sen sɛ ɔkyena saa nneɛma wei ɛna yɛdeɛ yɛni abere a yɛpɛ atie sɛ ɔba a ɔbɛka ho asɛm atofoɔ sen ɛma promises ahodoɔ paa na ebi ne wode tie asɛm yɛ atofoɔ sen ka ne ha
VAT 21.9%. No wonder them of because they treat them VAT here and to survive. Into businessmen are encouraged by the regime to find a way not to comply with the value added taxes.
What should be the reasonable rate?
You see, the reasonable rate. Okay, so you are talking about the equilibrium.
Because they cost 17.5 for no crown. Yeah, near account once. I remember.
Economy. VAT 21.9%. No wonder them of because they treat them VAT here and to survive. Into businessmen are encouraged by the regime to find a way not to comply with the value added tax.
What should be the reasonable rate?
You see, the reasonable rate. Okay, so you are talking about the equilibrium.
Because what they call 17.5 for no crown. Yeah, near can once. I remember. Now so you can say now 17. You need 21 point.
Okay, abusuanti se wote asema ato force nka ye ya. Ato force nkyerɛ VAT a yetua no 21.9 no. Edoso pa. Enti enam so I'm a businessman. Dwane omo mpɛ sɛ ɔmbɛyɛ den omo betua tax e de ama Ghana ban no. Enti na se kyerɛ nyina ne sɛ ɔkyena ato force should not come and tell us stories. I was say VAT, the value added tax no. Also ntumi so oteso a no de ba bia 15 or de ba 14 a ye betena se se wadi bosha oyɛ dan ɔhyɛ yeso na so wantumi ante so ama price we dia na na kyese bobo ato forcing adi ntoro a kyerɛ yen yento a ensɛm a ɛwɔ hɔ so na yenkɔ yanim ene ye de nsɛm enam abusiamfo Yesi akwabisi a friend Kevin Taylor. Yeah. Kevin Taylor, for the past, can I say 8 years, since I announced to be Akunya, what the Ghana Funyina shatem, I what Ghana Funyina, what the Ghana Funyina, when you attempt specific figure, or do you attempt with the tribe and answer with the religion away then also. Now, dear Yanni said, Atembe back Kevin Taylor did Ghana for. And some Kevin Taylor can't for Ghana from Painfone and Quadane, every tribe. Obian can hear. Yenina, Obian can hear. Ye can't crana Obiante because of say. He was pushed by the NDC, so the NDC makes sure say his content will go more higher and more higher. All right, a push information mano na ojagum. All right, yatiase. Na the asem na see. Kevin kwasi ampanyini Taylor ama Taylor say ono yen kana asem. You know what I mean? Amatera say ono no ayefe na amatera no no obi nka na sem pese o kana sem dia ene oba betretew na wahu he okatachi afrifa ewom so okatachi afrifa eye nipa bia wa ye MPP bone pa. Me, I don't like whitewashing people just because they came out to do something. No, okatachi afrifa di MPP bone pa. With DMPP born for a very long time. Through what they call Face the Country. Okay, the Chief River was one of them. Radio XYZ. Okay, the Chief River was there. Edru Babi Mpona the Chief River Timi Kujina platform so bought na nando ne kino for the atebia. Edin Sani Nsuo. Kujina ho. Bought na nando ne kino for the atebia. Okatachi Afrifa through Face the Country made all numerous of demonstration against MPP. Okatachi Afrifa ene kura menon kase nyina still. Okasetia na nado danko akufuado. So for that matter no, it is not about whitewashing him. But the person me kama ni question say Kevin Taylor nyobia say nipan tumin kanasem. Even though Okatachi Afrifa the MPP bone before election. But the Jumana Kwani and onyere ne ho so na onye. Mimi tumi kotrase etake Okatachi Afrifa ni show. And some no be Okatachi Afrifa kano e bi kura makano me platform so before. But the fame is different. Into gusu no onye. Na Kevin Taylor adwene say yesi pam humfo a one day one time otu ne barima. Kevin Taylor team about more than Sashi Ghana for nyina nsa num. ɔde ne nsa hyehyɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa num minya Caliph Jabe me mo akɔ abaye pa Kevin Tera de ne nsa hyehyɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa num obi anyase amfa anka no mana nkɔ no ene amatera so ayɛ den wadwa na de ya ne sɛ yaka asɛm no mana wo akwa na akwa sisa enkwase a wɔde mkɔ wakɔtɔ likes ene comment ababegu video na asese yenkese amanfo mo hwe video na mo nye Ghana for me live video me hwe bi omo ana omo comment me hu bi me comment bi I saw people who were commenting. It is only after the video that Kevin Tera and his nkwasiafo omo kodi sa nkwasiasem. What one this for? Kevin, Caliph, I'm doing very good, Jabe. I'm doing very, very good. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Minim say who me ache. Who me ache no kore. Adwuma nketenkete bi ntino. Na mama ye busy kakra. Me da asemi ya. Besi NDC for ho. Wonim de omusuro. Omusuro kanta. Because omu ye hufo. Omu eye hufo. Kasa bebrebe. If you go deep into it, yeah, really of events or sono kwasiri terms and wanyo. Yes, ankure hunu na yedede. Caliph, yeah, I believe me too. I mix you guys for very long, for about 5 days in my life, just because I'm a little busy doing some things. Caliph said that I'm sound on them come up. I think some sound on any mood that will come up. See, NDC for fat and figure. NDC for canter. NDC for the sinner who try no more no musro because really omuyam a ankure hunu na yedede. Hey, kwasi ampanyi Kevin Tera timi a fake document the Barbon now I try by 31st July. No, they are better document in the kita. Thank you, Caliph. Kevin Tera ne timi yeden eye document that be also obey expose offense bra champon document or the babon tell ya trip be 35th what July and yet 31st simple 35th July deceiving nana do say mo akwaba me say hwi ni kutre yam. Now what I'm pleading to the MPP for the say mpainfo no my information, no the details background no mon famayen na yen tungwa bonten because it's only through evidence-based communication and ultimate dom edidi wachi and this is for every single communicator on this social media okasama NDC. It is all only about trash, emotion. Hey, nan enra. Katachio frifa ekasa for video way home. I'm in video way chill. Video way, where video way. No, just a minute. Just a minute. Guess what? Just a minute. Katachio frifa kasa for video way home. Video with her video. Okay. Yeah, who video in you? Ibrahim Mahama. And a driver on Dramani Mahama. Which is very, very wrong. Mahama was on official duty. Hey, Mr. Ghana, we have sold Ghana into the hands of what? Of a family. Papa, we are be our mind in terms of politics. So, in a political leadership, on Kahubi, he's just a businessman. But Abatu, we are you know. Ibrahim Mahama is the de facto prime minister. Now I'm fancy how Omoafa oman ni 2 minutes say busua konwa na ekita omunsam na omode ye de omoye. Kenya sa, how can a brother drive his brother or ye president not in his private car, in the state car ye dia ma ban na ene na ban na de any official duties? It is bogus. But bien obetuma yes ade wi mana ye. Oba bien ho aban ko official duty. Na ne convoy no. Enipa on can the number of people mo can convoy no ho ene kaka no. But katache free for beka asem way. Ma who say NDC for Jimmy for hey, they are no reason no. The omo can say Ibrahim Mahama uska. And Ibrahim Mahama uska. Who katache free for young Ibrahim Mahama. Enti o minor yetimo no Jimmy nti. So be uska otimye di opebia. O minor. A Jimmy for Brum according to them no. Mon fan cheme. So be usika utumye di ope wo minor munyina. It is not about ethics. And yeah, about law. So it is not about the regular things that should supposed to be done. It is not about the regular legitimacy. It is about who sika utimye de ope. Say san omo sika ne de apomra me diga na manso because who sika. Utim say you problem. And to go social media no so a people who talk for NDC doesn't talk with any law background and as any political knowledge be was here. The omukan in akoye emotion. It MPP 4.4, MPP 4.4. This time around, amanyo sem no. And yet it brenumu biemo, ye tram titi brenumu. And social media is one of the main platforms where you must do your campaign. And yes, I got TV so nkwana ukaseo. Ene nipa dodo omutuminya kwan pa kojina FM biso TV biso etna se hwe TV program from 0 to end. It is very few. But on the social media 24-hour nipa egu social media so. Enti MPP 4.4 momfa wenye nsuade. Mom push information, correct and accurate information, and fama nipo more social media, and also more to a more siwa, a more year Jumaman Edema party. No, hey, yes, a pokran so to gum. Ye mubinum, it is not necessary, say, ye yes, kadu dobia from ho. We just need the correct information because ne parliament na wohono. I won't send this for the majorities. But said na MPP ye majority na ye were ranking committee, ranking members are part of the finance, part of the health, part of the foreign affairs, interior, and one. San and MPP for so even though you're in opposition, still you have a big roles in the committees. Monfa leakages na mera na ye hiti homa won. Aye. Monfa information na mera bonten. Na ye my by mungu ho because with fact and figure the NDC will vanish. The NDC will what? Will vanish because omo pentro trasem atemudie ye gu obi ani mase ye ka se money dia for obi ho ye ka de ye hu ye e de ato obi so ye tarnish an image of somebody. Every prominent person in Ghana how NDC ni bia no, the NDC have a mentality to tarnish the image of the person, to make the person look so bad and so wicked and so dirty. But yeah, man, Masosa, if only we are able to have the accurate informations and push them out, we will defend you. We will defend you, MPP, because you say more. Mona se muti akunyano soa, o mayano yeden, ekonanim. Mona se sabio mo tena konwa ne so cha. Eniema papa koso wo man num. E ma man ma e ho to won. Onni biefu onya ba bi gina. Asikafo ma ne ahiafo ma timi ko school bom. Enkurasefo onya aban ne so mfaso. And we will keep on talking good things about you. But the support is needed. The support is needed. You have to accept and make sure, say, you bring us on board and create a kind of a communication network. Nienya Juma. Nienya Juma said, the TNF Fatam Fama Muyepa. Yes. Because a boot for boot 2028. Yen trase emo mum fantro emedada yen biem. Yen trase mo propaganda ntumi nkova yen because yen mom ne wo bibi ka fa omo because won na wo sabio omo power. So all what we need is the base and the support because NDC for they don't reason. Eyen kwasi akeka nko na NDC for mo adwene ye adwuma enka how can you ye jimi na dok eya na atemdie na amomfa nchem na duba bia na atemdie na ye automatic. Sa NDC ni adwene ye adwuma nka nye na ne se ye boje Rollins so. Sa NDC na adwene ye adwuma enka June 4th onko jina so okọ celebrity. Ye beka sa asem no but ye beka ne later. Ye beka sa asem no beka ne later. But me the information about Tuja about the fact that this time you're going to do boot for the NDC, you know. Let me shift to the next topic. Abusia, wow, so we didn't throw na any druba bia and Tony Chifa Kong and throw na a tree at the fat Kong. I remove video in tea. Na yen to aso ti video we ye pa
one man paying John Drummond mama I say Ghana for your short memory ya dwene no ya dwene 5 minutes pe make a hu bi wo ka hu bi wa wutie me na nka nya sa akra nka ni kwan se to abama man paying John Drummond mama
hwene akasa
2017 ansana man paying Addo wo ba di akonya no na economic growth ewo Ghana 3.4% na da form say tem
hwene akasa
tie ko na ye di ba no 2017 answer man pay na Addo be di akonya no economic growth na ewo Ghana na 3.4%
etumpan
yes no man nya covid aba na ahokyere aba na MPP anya hwe 2024 man pay na Addo be fra akonya so na economic growth no 6.5%.
Etumpan.
Enti ena wo dia covid bi ama. Na wo kra de wo papa wu ye na wonya ajapade mels firi mu wo betra so na no ma ekọ kama single digit. Inflation. Wone kwabena dufo nom. Bobo brato ho abeba ya wo hwete brabo na wo mbebo ye no. Wo se yem ensem ma wo eno ma nye. Eno ma nya no economic indicators na te saying Kantina Ghana for ne here. Some John Drummond Mahama, me buy ya overall GDP growth. Ejina say ejina inflation ejina say MPP Efra Kunyaso. Third quarter 2024 overall GDP growth na 7.2%. Check it, Domamo nim. Agriculture GDP growth na 5.9%. Third quarter. Average inflation normal was na si huru kosoro na gina 23% as of November before December election. Trade balance na Ghana wo 3.0 third quarter. Public debt GDP na 74.6 third quarter. Enti ubasis a wo dey ka say MPP anya hwe no eno kire say. In any case, wa wu bia wano aka kire o say MPP anya hwe
esi enye sika ne de boy ho bra no wo se betting tax wo be ye free ho
ya ka bi ka
true wo se e levy wo be ye free ho enti se yen admit kra se MPP enya hwe a tuan ketenkete a eba no wo so be ye free ho ntu be nye sika no wo yen na de aboy ho bra adentia ye dada Ghana for sa politicians no taking Ghana for granted. NDC as a political party and taking Ghanaians for granted for Christ's sake.
I've been kasiya so that I've been get 20 years here.
Mo ye ne said you my Ghana yeti bongo so yentimi nwene. Na Ghana for na ni bie. Nti nya so obeto asem no tumu atra na agya watra na de ko wo ye mampanyi nti obi an challenge you. Figures ne de ama no check it. O check figures ni wie ni anya hwe a be ka kire Ghana for. O buy what is the state of the economy? Ka kire Ghana for answer what can we?
I've been kasiya so that I've been get 20 years here.
E wie kire what's Ghana a crime scene? Crime scene dia declare state of emergency. Say Ghana a crime scene declare state of emergency. Operation recover all loot into a worker say Ghana a crime scene. Then I'm disappointed in you as a president. Adia yetimi ko ho bi fie cantonment dey twa picture na ya value ya de adwena value e dan we ya so dia ne bo be say am say Ghana sika no we no DC dan no enti retrieve e benya sika we enti nipa na bokro no uma okuja to abra kwa dada wa woni begu asese mampani
Hwene akasa
court bia no a wachi obi agina ho abone kwadu say sumasi wo benten wo bokro no wo mampani no se Ghana crime scene. Now who be one can say ya investors confidence ben umbenya bagana ye kom wa emwa ben ye benya e dia bo my Ghana mu etumpan.
Yes. Aha, nana ena yehu no. Nana do Nyankopon ahyira wai. Ah papa. Ghana for ebe kai wo ye pa. E wa dwuma pa ene ade pa obeye ede ma Ghana for. Miwia oskani kwajo, me mo akwa pa. Kwajo ho tesen. Been a long time. Group na ya na mintimi maso all the time. Musa mumfa nche me wai. Me ne mo a ene wo ho. Abusiamfo ise wutie nsem a ya born is here ya just say Nanado left a very resilient economy. Na where you say that will be free on to my papa no. Unshi awase. Da wa you know wa dress kama pa sha wata de papa bi. Wa bon tuma mu abon pabo polish on pabo so kama no. Sada no unshi awase. The Veman Anado debate ebetra Ghana konwa so. Ajuma papa within in sashe mu ye panya fa so manage the economy itself. Ama Ghana huru ye at once. Eba be ye the fastest growing economy in the group no. Na eye unprecedented. But say me kan no. Da obe she wata de papa no. Untumi hia wase ema ne ye. But even though we went through the difficulties, ye global, I sabio Ghana nkwa ena ahokyere baaye no. Answer na do ba be free Ghana konwa so no. Na wasesa oman no the shebre. Na ya, you know what? The NDC now are so diabolic. They are so diabolic to the point to say, even with evidence. And with figures now, actually, Bibia say And now minor pajan and Toma Perfira I econonym no. They are still trying to deceive Ghanaians to say, Nanado ko now I say Ghana mine. But so tell me yepa. And this is for person monka man in to Ghana for him say, Nanado free Ghana kunyano sono. Now minor say. But entenesa. Entesa kura. He, and then this ni communicator be. Aba bonti aba bekasa. Na wahu. Udin trona, edu wabi anan trona tiafa utiso. Enti utumi kana kure na yesa opese won cover no. That we will read in between the lies and bring the truth out and show to people say this is actually what the person intended to say. Samoba kaya guy be yourself any BOT. I Ghana ni boy B. I think say see or NGOB. Our moye I say of people with disability. If any BOT or you nipa be very vocal in Ghana politics. Or you nipa be very vocal in Ghana politics. Wababo ntia babe kansembi. But in trying to tarnish the image of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo no, waka sembia
team posture, and this goes to the NDC government and the leadership. Reward the right people. Reward the right people.
In trying to tarnish the image of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the MPP itself, no, akwana ka sembia. Very, 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 very clear. Say, in fact, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo administration, Eja Ghana, I need that sort of growing. I need that sort of say, ye free a huchirenum. Aye. Oh, say we MPP now can't sembia. People will feel say you are talking because you want to whitewash your party. And to me, I catch you say, Nana Addo free Ghana kunyasuna. Every situation that we're in, now we're managing our manaba be better. You may not believe me unless you share the common idea with me. Because of and some young crofone na mabontra o mo keka. Amom no yesi momochichie efri nso ase be catch us say denchem awua. Yam gina chinye. And second, you should not believe we say John Mahama in 60 days can change the figures of the economy. After all, budget na ene eye adwuma wo manum no. Eye na Nana Addo nsa no adwuma. Aye. Budget na ene aban no ede bo Ghana manya konhoma no. Upew umpew eye Nana Addo ene na aban omo nsa mo adwuma. Upa jidi upa manjini, that is the fact. And everything positive show out in the economy, no, that is the work of Nana Addo. But I'm sure the fact is say, and then sumuno, it is not because of Nana Addo. I'm sure Asimbi. One say, Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia made something we call gold for oil policy. And without gold for oil policy, no, there would not be any doom so. What has happened? I didn't American sure say the economic figures now are positive, no. Aye Nana Addo dear. Now electricity doom so then Nana Addo. I mean true. And this is for buy, no. Gold for oil now, the oil no ba ebe produce energy, electricity energy the more no. Omo twem. Enti twa na omo twem no. The oil is not coming to feed our plant. Oil now, the good machines a generate power no. It is not coming again because TME. The NDC have the intent to say omuko kra oil no na omuko kra oil na omutumi nya nchobo ho pa. Because na no ada Ghana aban MPP aban be free Ghana konwa so okama yeti ye nyina yeti ho ase say they needed about 340 something thousand barrels of gas, of oil to generate power. The NDC did a budget whereby they were demanding 450 something thousand barrels of oil. But they are going to buy it with money, not with gold. So the supply chain has changed, and it needs time for it to become a normal. Inti America said the doom so you see in the country is not because of Nanado. It is because the NDC has terminated the contract of gold for oil. Now let's come back to our deal. This is why I told you Nanado will be mixed by Ghanaians. Finance Minister Babontain, the former Finance Minister Babontain said the economy was in a good shape before they left office. Many political commentators Babontain say the economy is bouncing back before the MPP left office. But what have you seen? What we have seen is the NDC is trying to make everything possible to cover the fact say the outgoing government has positioned Ghana's economy at the right path. Said the beya omobeje hon credit. Said the beya what? Omobeje hon credit. Na ye enko ye wo ha. It will not work. Let me tell you why it will not work. Finally, obi atuna no mutuo. Yankone konkotie. Video no. The first part of the video, akwa we so ania bro so here appointment. Dom Mahama a man appointment wadwa. Na nia bre poskani asempa na America no. BOT wadwa dendende say NDC a man appointment on next election on konkoye campaign for NDC. Yamfa no nto nchen. Na yentie the next where Metro say Ghana government lead by Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo left Ghana economy with figures ebo nipa timadwene dam, unprecedented, unbelievable. But listen to this video.
Reward, what do you mean? They have worked.
You see,
in opposition, so reward them, even if they are good enough.
That's what the word. Listen to the word. Reward the right people. I didn't say reward the people. There's a qualifying word. Reward the who? The right people. Who are the right people? Kwame, if on any day somebody invested his time, his money, his intellect to help you win power, then after securing the power and in making your appointment, you tend to neglect the very people who sacrificed their all.
The right people could be many. You can't reward all of them.
Let me tell you, there is something I would dove my heart out to former President Kufuor and Professor Mills. I love trend analysis. And you see, when Professor Mills was making his appointment, he was not listening to people. Whilst he was campaigning, he was supporting those who were working hard. I remember there was a lotto agent in Ghana who was an informant to late President Mills. He could tap into the people. Fine, the people are many in the party. But as a flag bearer, at times you must find an orthodox way to know the truth. So reward the right people to keep the soul of the party alive. Because don't forget, Kwame, it is a party that gives birth to a government, not vice versa. Government doesn't give birth to a party. A government doesn't give. It is a party that gave birth to you. Mami ne woba, papa ngoba. So when you take parenthood, it is a female people who conceive and deliver the baby. So that is why you must always pamper a woman, because they go through a lot. So you see, you can succeed as a government and have a weak party structure. Kwame, I was in MPP. The very thing happening now today, some of us started telling Excellency Akufo-Addo 2017. People were complaining. We had a de facto prime minister. Without him, you couldn't get appointed under Akufo-Addo. Same may be happening today. Open your ears and reward the right people. You see, don't let the party become demoralized. Look, let me tell you something today. God forbid, but should the NDC goes into operation 2028, President Mahama will never feel it. You know why? He will be on the same terms and conditions till he dies. What about me and what about the other people? Till today, if he go into opposition in 2028, President Mahama, the vice, and all those people, the key people, they will never see poverty till they die. But there could be somebody in Western or Bono, Ashanti, Northern region. They spent their all. This, and you see, what I'm seeing today is that because many people are anticipating appointment, they are quiet. Many people, because they are looking for to get this bottle, nobody is talking.
Beauty, you're not suggesting that the right people are being overlooked.
Many it's happening, and everybody is quiet in the party. Many people are not talking about it. Many people are not talking.
I thought what I've rather heard is President Mahama giving the opportunity to the people we saw working hard.
Really?
That's what I have heard.
You are in the media space, so we are in the political cycle.
Obviously, there's something you saw that I did not see.
That is why I'm speaking in parable. Yeah. I'm speaking in parable. You see, as a president, right, at times you may not even have access to the people who may give the right information. Do you know that when you become a president, certain courses you are not allowed to pick? Unless you allow yourself. Some people who used to meet you in opposition, now it will be hard for them to have access to you. Let me tell you something former President Kufuor did, and maybe the current president may take you from it. President Kufuor had a certain telephone number that he used to call people unorthodoxly. You'll be there, he will call you. And this happened. This is like I was in MPP, then I knew. It happened. You'll be there, you receive a call, who Jack is calling you, and you'll be tapping into information. Have we seen that in the NDC government? I think it's a big
I do not know.
I'm saying it's a big no. So at times, look, many people who gave out their all had access. Now there's a blockade. Still create that avenue. From our president,
can they use Julius Zebra to do that?
No, I mean there's a limitation. Kwame Nkrumah did something that was very phenomenal. When Nkrumah was president, per history, every Tuesday or Thursday he would go to his party office and listen to grievances of CPP members. If there is any CPP member listening to the show, they can test me if I'm lying.
They are old.
Yeah, so they will know. Nkrumah had a mechanism to keep an interface. Let me tell you, you can succeed on all economic fronts. If your party weak is demoralized, you won't succeed. It is like when somebody comes from your home and say you're a thief. You don't need any validation, you're a thief. But if you take Global Info Analytics research, right, it was the base of the NDC that gave the victory, not floating voters. Take it from me today. People must pay attention.
Because the figures from last 4 years are
exactly
over the same.
So it is the party base that gave you the victory. Nobody should delete himself and say that floating voters did not give her the victory. Because you got 6.2 million to 2020 and got 6.3 million 2024. What does it tell you?
A difference of 133,000.
It means you maintain your base. Don't forget that as a party growing, many people will join as years go by. So if you secure 6.2, declare to what? 4 point something are headed by people who you are not paying attention to the things I'm saying. This is the thing I said in November on your show, and it happened with massive. Both presidents had a party appointment committee, and these were chaired by. If let's say BOT is a businessman in NDC, he wants a favor from Kokobot, Gapoha, Ghana Maritime, GRA CEO, because the person passed through a certain vetting. But imagine one day you wake up one day and somebody is put here, bam. No party influence in getting the person there. Can you get what you need as a party business person to survive? Look, do you know why I like Alhaji Seydou Agongo? Take politics out. He built businesses. And you saw how all of us, when the MPP came, they clamped him down.
I was here.
You were here.
So I saw it with my 2 eyes.
With your 2 eyes. So tomorrow, this person who went through this treatment, ill treatment, survived today, he has to bounce back. How does he bounce back? Alhaji Seydou Agongo should be able to have access to top CEOs. Because when these CEOs are known to the party people, he will know that Alhaji became a victim of a former government. But imagine Alhaji goes to certain top agencies, CEOs, and he mentioned his name, and the person is not about to crack his brain to know who is Alhaji Seydou Agongo. But every right-thinking party member in Ghana, in NDC, knows that he became a victim of political persecution. Now let me take you to His Excellency Akufo-Addo government. Appointment were run from Laboni. Personally, Kwame, I work in 16 orphan constituencies. 14 out of the 16 were won. I want to go back in 2028 great. Because in those times when we're speaking out, we are whitewashing it. Look, Kwame, I want NDC to succeed. You know why?
Tell me.
I played a phenomenal role. Personally, Kwame, I work in 16 orphan constituencies.
Abusian for yeba the main point and so bet or akwa when any abere pass a man appointment. Tiemo no I know it than power. But let's stick, you know, people are disappointed in this government already. That is not the reason why I'm here. But yenti asema akwa weyeka. He is very disappointed, and this is going to happen in 2028. DNT ameba hana is different. I want to share. I want to go forward. Because it will be much more important. Neba. Yeah. Okay. Here's the point. DNT.
Exactly. I don't want a danger whereby one day the MPP will mistakenly elect a certain leader and will find it very hard to beat that person politically. Any whom the MPP brings, we must consolidate the base of the NDC in such a way that let them bring even a multiple who will beat that person.
In consolidating that base, ultimately it will boil down to what His Excellency also does in office.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Precisely.
He's been in office for 2 months, exactly 2 months this day. Sometimes it looks like he's been around for 2 years because so many things have happened.
Yeah.
I would want to believe that you are following all that he has done.
Why not?
Because of what he told us of having a 120-day social contract with us.
Yeah.
And he is going at a record speed.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them, if you don't take care, you would even miss it.
Okay.
Let's try to take as many as we can. I mean, I've been giving, our time is up, but I've been given another 15 minutes to finish this up. Yeah, they've given me another 15 minutes to finish this. January the 7th.
Yeah.
March the 7th.
Yeah.
You have a piece of paper in front of you which has.
Okay, Abusianfoe. Abadrima for munya so na muntemi ha yie pa. Even sankama miya memo akwa pa. Paulina entry won so memo akwa ba. Ena mema ameda ya na pia memo akwa pa. Nana Dunsia. Thank you for being here. Abusia munya so na munti ha yie pa munti.
There's information that I have as well. Let's run through it. Would you say, on the back of what he's done in this 60 days, we are getting to that point where you said that in 4 years' time, when you go back to the people and account them, they would give you another note?
Precisely. Look,
tell me why.
Let me tell you why His Excellency President Mahama will not allow him to fail. I said,
Mahama should not fail. I say they will not allow John Darega Dramani Mahama to fail. Listen to why. Hey, Mr. Wow. Nanado Danko Kufa, Mama Papa in Sakakra, or Mama and Sakakra. Mama Nanado and Sakakra. Papa here saw Besakakra. Mama man and Sakakra. Yes. Mama man Nanado and Sakakra. Papa here saw Besa. Nanado a boy Juma. Before you listen to what this guy is bringing, no. Mama Nanado in China Nasukakra, in China Nasakakra. A 10-year-old man, Papa John Nacho, Addo, we are champion. Okay, mumenyi na nadu mfiri so na makwa na anto an nkomo no so. Mr. Yasuna tie ni ye pa. Listen to what this guy is coming to say. Tie ni ye pa. Or say they will not allow Mahama to fail. Oh, John Mahama is a very lucky man in his life. Akwawe. President Kufuor ebe build a solid foundation the man. oba in this ho o free so na was so we nam no manaka don pay and then so oba ye no tie ti odi ono ankasa ne communicator e ka tie ni ye o tie.
I said what, Kwame?
You not allow him to fail?
No, because the indicators are so positive for him. Kwame, look here. This Global Info Analytics data released 17th February 2025.
Okay, enti abusianfo ne MDC fo amorhwe me asabio say me catch say Nanado left a solid economy. Now engineer. And then finally one ka say when this in say people we kita no. Eye people bia eye Global Info Analytics. Ah no anka so to no GD. Ojitum say pure. Now listen to the numbers. Listen to the wonders Nanado has done from 2023 up to this 2025. Udeti.
And I take you to page 6. Direction of the country. As
direction of the country, tie. Direction of the country. But your mind no pimpem so de cro. Tie.
So February 17th, the average positive direction of Ghana is 74%. That is A in Legon.
But you saw what? By 17th February, TNBM, there be TNBM. Video we munchan to ho. Tio, tie. Money in a mom. Money in a mom. Money in a mom. Not tie in a year. Your money in a mom, not tie in a year. Tie.
Let me tell you why His Excellency President Mahama will not allow him to fail. I said what? I said what, Kwame?
You not allow him to fail?
No. Because the indicators are so positive for him. Kwame, look here.
NTC say there, and then the NDC for say. You can't talk about Riasio. Me baby be ma wo hweme. And then there, NDC for Korea say the economy's indicators are so good. Semio. You see why you should not believe in these guys. You see why. So ukoba bin NDC ni yesi NDC ni kese kromfo dan wani na chena to fom borono ono na ye kromfo no. Sakwa oti hoyi. Juma odi di Nanado just because he wanted Mahama to come in power. And then by 17th of February, which means just 1 month after Mahama was sworn in as a president. Nanado budget This is the indicators of Ghana's economy.
This Global Info Analytics data released 17th February 2025. And I take you to page 6. Direction of the country. As of February 17th, the average positive direction of Ghana is 74%. That is A in Legon. Anybody who has gone to Legon when you get 74 is A.
I did, so I know.
So you know, right? Kwame, let me take you to the same. I'm comparing two presidents. Two presidents, right? And I'll take you to former President Akufo-Addo. As of 2024, his positive direction was what? I want you to mention it.
22%.
So within a space of 2 months, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has moved from 22 to 74, a whopping 54% positive improvement.
This guy wants what makes me so sad about NDC for the say. Mike Van Ofori also Mwakwaba. What makes me feel very bad for the NDC for say they think say ammonia tese nipa omo wi asinyina. But what tell me yepa. NDC for Addo said they are the most intelligent and the most wise people in the whole world. Wakwakofa 2023, the economy direction, neither 20 saying, neither 22. At the Bible can't let me say, Nanado did not perform. Abra now free na ye treaty at the free COVID. But kwasi ampanyi we jina Bible can't ye Ghana for say in less than 2 months. John Dramani Mahama. Hey, Chair already Yankopo. Of our Sememwakaba. Akwa person country say in just 2 months, John Dramani Mahama has able to change the face of Ghana's economy in 2 months. Hey, and this is for Monfantu Mutimona, Yagana Funan, a year more. Yamubrum Yadrini Quachidi. Ghana for Drini Quachidi. Ghana for Yadrini Equachidi. There is no way John Mahama in just 2 months can change the economy in that way, in that manner that you are talking about. Every positive thing in the economy, as a former finance minister,
that is leadership.
What has he done?
You see, I don't know if it were you on this show. I said that His Excellency Mahama is coming under IRT.
There is no way. A bragging. Ungrateful people are the worst character of human being on this earth. Ungratefulness. People who don't want to give what belongs to Peter or to John. They say, give what belongs to Peter, Senor. How can you sit there and make your face like a monkey? To say monkey kesiepa. Trying to tell me kwaku say. John Mahama has been able to change the economy of this country in just 1 month. Why? Why does the NDC believe that they are more intelligent than anybody in the country? Every citizen of the country is a fool to the NDC. But what, you know what? Satepwe. We are what? We are 2028. We will bring this tape back and let Ghanaians listen. From the horses o mato. Enyame na meka de ahye na no. Enyame na meka Sako NDC top communicator pa kese. Eka in between the lies say Mahama should not fail because the economy that was given to him is the best. Osi A uko East Legon. Na unya that mark na A. Enti se utifie. Na wo transfer American church say na do asay Ghana economy ansa na ofiri Ghana konwa so a. Understand it by yourself. Say you are being deceived and you are allowing yourself to be treated as a fool because in a way trying to disgrace the MPP party has admitted, say, in fact, Danado left a resilient economy after the COVID that we had. And this way in Kontompo 4. They would never admit. They will always claim at the Papa Bia, they will claim. Now Munyan Kontompo 4. And Kabaya Waba Baby AC hospitals across the country. When to me, more Abina Basos initiative for the Abba. But you just wanted to discredit even the good initiative for Abina the Abba. All because of we don't want people to say Senanado Ebochuma. Yenti video na entrado.
IRT, Image Redemption Therapy. Former President Mahama came in 2024 under a banner called Image Redemption Therapy because his image was sunk too low in 2016. He did all he could. He built all the buffers, good roads, etc. But his image was sunk.
They are Ben good roads na Mahama build there. Bafa Ben na Mahama a build there. Mahama's name was sunk because of his incompetency. John Daraga Mahama in 4 years with another 4 years of his boss, they built only 4,000 kilometers. Nanado built 13,000. Mose Fida Rose Yin Film at Fat Lane, Over Lane. Nanado built Mako 9,000. So what did Mahama did that? And I'm he's coming. Who now? John Daraga Mahama is an incompetent man. In fact, just because you use your statement to say, we will not allow Mahama to fail, actually say, who himself be failing. So you people will hold him not to fail because you say he's an incompetent man. Mahama is an incompetent man. And according to you, the NDC communicator who you are admitting, say your leader is an incompetent man. You know that he has a resilient economy in his hands, but you still believe, say, he's going to fail. So you guys are not going to allow him to fail.
So he went back, sat home and realized that no, the kind of resources I had and the impact I made and how my name was sunk too low, I need to come back and redeem my image. So he came back under image redemption therapy, one, to redeem his personal name, family name, and the political nomenclature called NDC name. And what are the indicators he's using? Experience is what he's using. Today he sit back and the things that could take Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to know in 2 years, he knows in 10 seconds. If you take all the global leaders, he has access to about 80% of them. Within his party, he may know many things. So these are the things playing out. Then again, if you look at his posture, he's quite much more listening as a person. But you see, when you become a president, at times you are cut off from certain reality. Number 4, he has put up
Abusian 4. And this video we wow me every video we nyina utie ne ye no. Actually say through COVID and Russia-Ukraine war, Ghana for any mine nyina go be as nyina economy bounced down. Everything went down. But from April 2023 up to 17 February of this year, Nanado made what? Miracles. He made a miracle improvement of Ghana's economy. Enti wa o maye dada wa ukoto abafon no. Mami echa me mo akwa abapa. Wa o maye dada wa ukoto abafon edema ndisi no. At the end of the day, why you ho abro? Why you ho abro? Because the resilient economy anan kasabio Dr. Bawumia ede babe to na djuma so no. Asabio of eye na aban na washa ase ye mpuntu djuma wo man no. He would have used the resources to continue the project, uncompleted project and the new initiatives na ewo na aban team. But then what are we going to see? You know what we're going to see? What we are going to see is now, Yasima Hama came in to what? To rectify his name. So automatically, he's now want to do things that will bear his names. So every project that was initiated by the MPP is going to be left alone. What's that catch up agenda 111? Just when you scan some what me ah. Well, say communicators na sha ase ekeka se Ghana man scanning Mahama ntimi nyere. This is because the John Daraga Dramani Mahama came in. Onim se 4 years na dana nim. Owia wawie obetu akọ. Onim se that 4 years no. So otwa yewura na nado danko akufuado ni nyuma na oye ne so a ono ne John Mahama no onye dini in any project because those projects are nado didn't sashim no These are projects. It needs a lot of funds and here a lot of investment. But that project can change the image of the country. But enam pesemin kuminyanti ene any dina mahama pentino. Afe na mahama so dene onkasa ni initiatives si be go abonten. Na omotimi afa kwam bi so de awie sika ni bi America. Enye se Ghana economy ni na enye dai. Enye. Mame asana me wakọ aba. Enye se economy ni na enye o. We aye from the horse's own mouth. Economy no ejina ne nan so. Sa dialogue no mo ye, economic dialogue no mo ye. Ni nyina aye ntro how to deceive people so that they can steal. Sa economic dialogue no mo ye no. It is not because the economy is in a bad shape that they want to talk with the people to know how they can deal with it. No. And how we can deceive people so that there will not be any expectation on the government. No more for what they are bokro no. Entibra wani abra sabio o tiemu sa ban no o man ni sika no na mahama nso ene ne nkrofo efa chire eyo omoniema. He showed us in 2012 and 2012 he showed us his character. Obaye na nam no abu obobosia boom boom and then so sa asen ababiem enam tade dompe no ho twose obobosia guma wia bi no push bi the amani wia no na they expanding their business because onima Mahama is a clear example of a businessman. Hey, say onima Mahama before he came into to be vice president. Papa no yen tu shemu. Very criminal activity. Passport obi passport original. Ye fa na ye di obi fufuro picture atare so ene fe ni tu shemu. Criminal pa. Sajman na Mahama ye. Ansana sabio ajiman kuna du rollins we ya. Eko fa no ba se ye mfa na den emetare merse ho. No yeseremuni ceremony and a bit balance the party. Aye. Into no chrono any criminal way of living. Businessman connection. Goro man kakrakapa and John Darega Mahama. Into the oye and I gana yesika say and ye nisika and I quiz obwa chanabo obwa sika oho. Economy ni jina na so nano coupons so aban eton edema citizens coupons any investment kuroma no eye with Ghana no nano dia aban koye confidence in government inti enam se Ghana for anya confidence in the Ghana economy because of man say niama na sha ase paja ni mu no. They sold it at the cheap, they bought the coupons at a very cheap interest. The economy has bounced back. Don't allow yourself to be deceived by John Mahama. Obwa. Okay, so ska no obwa. Ska opa. Taxes no mojejino. Ewo hopa. The taxes are there. They are still collecting the taxes. The importation duties. Mimiya Ivan Sankama. Kachireme. Omwate so ana. Kwaya na nado fa so tuminye sika de free education. Edi bi share agenda 111 ase. Ambulance na ye adwuma, health insurance ye adwuma. Ye build railway lines. Ye yi aka kwan ahodo no. Sa sika na nado de ye sa anwuma no eda so basa. Bibia ni wo so asesa. Eti mane metran kan cho sika ni obo apekwan wiamo. I'm telling you the truth. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. The economy is in a good shape. The economy is bouncing back. And he said, even through COVID, if he was able to maintain his flashing programs, then why should Mahama come to us today and tell me, say, Omaini sikanim enti nema bi oha to me here? Are you deceiving us? Mame, I just say, I'm more kwaba. Ade Mahama, who deceive we? Yenyan kurasa. And nipa na beto to no. The Ghana's economy is in a very, very, very good shape. And at the end, this in Neka. And Yamanameka. And Tibra Motua Musu. And the economy na say. And our buying was say Ghana minance and obwa. Hey, you can be a intro. And you didn't be no yet. He just want to deceive you. In fact, the former finance minister, Eka Semweti.
President John Mahama extends an official invitation to you as a former Minister of Finance to join them in this national dialogue program.
I mean, there are different ways I can communicate to the government. I already told you.
An official invitation to you and even your party.
I think that the party will decide. I am not in a position. I'm not in the position to decide. The party will decide. The party will decide to the effect that he is going to have a national economic dialogue that will go and misinform the Ghanaian people about our record. Why should we be part of it?
Sawate, Papa Way Midu, or say, John Mahama is trying to make sure say he will deceive the public about the records Abanwe Ajadi Atoho. Yeah, Abanda Dano, Ainanado. Records Papa na Papa Ninja Toho. This John Dramani Mahama want to cover it. And in Tawasha says a economic dialogue. To do what? To do what? What are you going to provide from there? What kind of knowledge are you going to take from people? Mobile microphone, or more cassette to the public? Momenti papa no.
Because our record is out there.
That is debatable now, because you say that the approach is that bring everybody on board.
That is what
to build a consensus on how the economy, the problems facing the economy can be addressed.
George,
that is the approach.
George, I'm saying that the president has already passed a judgment that he inherited a struggling economy.
That could be a political statement.
Let me make my point. That he inherited a struggling economy. He inherited a bad economy. And he's now calling a national economic dialogue to just come and whitewash the claims he made. Nothing else.
So it means you won't be part of
Nothing else. He's calling a national economic dialogue to whitewash the claims he made, the unfounded business claims he made about the economy. Because you have seen the data, and you know. And it's not just today. You have been reporting on economic data, not today.
Okay, in today, Tana Oka Wasem no. Papa Inka Sanwi, Mebo Amandis Nyakachro, the data that this man is talking about. In the entire Mama Haman can't just economy, I say, Obwa, entro.
From last year, what we did, our performance from last year, started from the beginning of the year. In the first quarter, you know what happened when the economy grew by about 4%. In the second quarter, when it grew by about 7%. In the third quarter, when it grew by about 7.2%. And we don't generate the data at the Ministry of Finance. It is generated by the Ghana Statistical Service, which is independent of us. And this has been validated by the Bank of Ghana, which is also independent of the Ministry of Finance. Then the president will come out and say he doubts the figures.
So I get from you the indication is that,
do you also doubt the figures? Do you doubt the figures?
I don't doubt the figures when it's coming from the Ghana Statistical Service, when it's coming from Bank of Ghana.
So that is the point.
It's not coming from a politician.
Yes. So you don't doubt the figures. And the figures are generated by Bank of Ghana, Statistical Service, you know, the World Bank, the IMF, they all have way. So how is it that all the data generated by all these agencies are consistent? As a result of which the IMF passed our review. First review, second review, third review. How come that the only person that does our data is President Mahama?
And
all these institutions have data which is consistent with each other.
Honorable, you were a politician. Do you care about the signals it sends to your constituency when the argument is made that everybody should come on board and let's build an economy because it affects everyone? Yes, we have learned our lessons. We may have struggled, but we need your input.
So look at it this way:
a national forum to stabilize things for everyone.
Look at it this way: all should come on board for us to think about the economy. But you are a bad manager of the economy. Do you really want me at the table?
That was said on the political platform.
Do you really want me on board? Yes. You are a bad manager of the economy.
Now, everybody, come to the table and let's think about how to manage the thing. Do you need me?
Busha, so what? That is the fact. In fact, the former finance minister is telling Ghanaians to say, Asamna Mahama did nama bontron kana, we've met a bad economy, the economy is not in a good shape, we are dying obwa. Because the IMF self has approved, say, the Ghana's economy is moving. Unlike when his timer, IMF for a man indicators I went to me and follow. Now, let me conclude this discussion with what this NDC man said. Enti Asamna former finance minister Ekano said the indicators from the Ghana analytics service omoka aye authentic to me now. Now let me show you this.
Time is up, but I've been given another 15 minutes to finish this up. Yeah, they've given me another 15 minutes to finish this. January the 7th, March the 7th. Yeah. You have a piece of paper in front of you which has this information that I have as well. Let's run through it. Would you say, on the back of what he's done in this 60 days, we are getting to that point where you said that in 4 years' time, when you go back to the people and account them, they would give you another note?
Precisely.
Look, tell me why.
Let me tell you why His Excellency President Mahama will not allow him to fail. I said,
okay, Ntitio, let me tell you why we will not allow President Mahama to fail. Adentia, because said the former finance minister Kanchira said the indicators are so marvelous. No? This guy is coming to repeat in another manner, crediting everything to Mahama. But yachino that.
What? I said what, Kwame?
You not allow him to fail?
No, because the indicators are so positive for him. Kwame, look here. This global info analytics data release.
The indicators are so positive for him. And the this is what he met. This is what Mahama met.
Since February 2025. And I take you to page 6, direction of the country. As of February 17th, the average positive direction of Ghana is 74%. That is A in Legon. Anybody who has gone to Legon when you get 74 is A.
I did, so I know.
So you know, right? Kwame, let me take you to the same. I'm comparing two presidents.
Yes, and you know, in other words, you know, Mahama inherited an economy equivalent to A economy. Very positive economy. Very, very positive. And this in you. He is admitting the NDC from Pemfonon Kano. Akwa we dey beto abonte because also a chartered economist. And Wabeka say 7 January na de Mahama si akonwa so. This analysis way up to 17 February. Into 1 month 10 days. And John Mahama te akonwa so. And if there is any positive results in the economy, would you say why effort? It is the effort of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Miriam, this is what NDC for you. Ye can you put mudi intro deceivers? Atrofo, akohifo pa. Ye kata ye nye chantro to win election. They are number 1. But you see, posterity, and then makani ye, uskani, and then makani ye, and then me bro from makani ye. Posterity will judge all of us. One will say indirectly, akwanaka na numasem. One will say indirectly, akwanaka na numasem. Sananadu gave a very good economy into the hands of John Mahama. So for that matter, they will not allow him what to fail. Enti sera Mahama san feli biema. No wa failure we even say na asem. Wa failure we. The man is incompetent. But Ghanaians did not what? Listen to the messages that we pushed to you people. Say, Sa papa no, based on record, onye nipa bia I was a engine in Tumso Medianim. Yes, nipa unim na najo. Yen so kane awia. Ye nipa unim na awia no. Yen so kane anajo. Enye den kohwe nanim. Enti enim no dada. Asem atorenchem na tu wiase amansan nyina ene fa Ghana sikasem no mum. Enti nka munyan to wase. Said Nanando Kachre Yen said, he knows how to work, bring the economy back, but he cannot bring a death to life. Okay. You see what is happening? This is the outcome. The omokai no omudi so. Na unim die ya. Mimi enoka jem wakwa. Unim die ya. Enoch. Wakwa pa. Mami Esther. Baby one nam no hot say I me ankasa me mami ba kope. Baby one nam no hot say. Abusa message some like video no mami. You know what? Yamma emufo no. Ye nipa bonefo. Ye nipa bonefo. Ye nipa bi a watime. Ai ne na me ne bra panyin bi di nkomo. No ka. Ase Ghana for especially MPP for. Ye watime, wakame, ene wati amenai so, ene oska, ene otikam, when that is what we did. Hey, na report from Mukena Asante region no. Report from Mukena Asante region. The entire man from Piabon Tankwa Nkotwaba, and say, yes, it's a wound to me. It too good. Nti ebinu madwene no ekere mo say MPP abanya a wote Ghana konwa so ntina ama chama wontumi e won mining site abra chama wontumi ye ne mining na ndisi fo na te so in fact mahama kura takre chama wontumi many times ai ye pe sanye mano dodo wi ase na ye ba ye no ye nyina ye ntumi nye pemani ye yie. Hey, so bit in a car, no, a politician. One summa one nimber now so that chibi or bat one to me and your crowd, baswo to me about yebi. And more nimero be dear too much, sir. Say, obiti come or your politician or to come or young people for or young people ni, young people were power and tino, where dear maniska and sir, Sani Pana or Kotua Batiano because of say Otica mono. Sani Pano, a here pie fenny here. It been tuned out. Ebintoneda but who and free what kind of same health insurance kura na ba begu and to betle hianum asan aboka ka ho I said e kan da bia no obi e oyi wo no otaforo ne nsa ho endi se me na me ye MP na me be odi ukuro ka kwan ma one na asefo na metumi ya adwuma ma me ka ma metram na uhu na wani abere we no so nkoto aba mame na ukoto aba ma obi ono no ba sabio kakra wo bedi no bese ye afiri wanum di akoto e ma to a ese wo fatawo a e fatawo a ye ni bre ye pe ye hu so bi koso ye pese ye ntwene mra no fo ye ntwene mra na se obi ko nanim no na ye twe no ba fom enti obi ono na ya amanyo sem aduru akira se bia amanyo sem e ma na duane di no ye na ye ne nam ho aye school kura ye se ye nko bi firi aye se ye nko because ye ndc fo because ye nko ye hu nipa na ye se da bi wanye sika dodo ko school no bi na tete o maye ma o man ko school no bi take advantage of the free education na o mo so da acho mo menye jinabre na omo so muntumi nya sa afefede na amamfo bi ma yire omo ho akekere omo yam omo de aboso abo omo yam akosku akoduru akire na omo nya sa tumi no bi wiase na ba no ensatea we ni nyina anye pe ensa guguma ahodo obi de wa we etia we wa kakra we wa pa we etia we etia bi but obia ne function. But adwe money ne pese benkuminya ne ye twena bofo mu nti yakoto nkwase aba because ampitikam eya time ampitikam eya time the all means say ampi no and na wo so na obako school ampitikam ti eya time beto nwene se enam MP ne so ena agenda 111 yesi to aba more no mo ntena so no more hospitals across the country ose wo mpe because I can't say and this for ba no ma betena mo nsa hwe MP we na anu ada hwe de wanya no bi oyi wo ne nsa ho o de ko he on fa me hye wo anum na onta foro ho ene ne na mo no ai ewura kene Japan so ye da wase Asante report na ba report na ba ye no nsem no kan de Japan kan ye nam so bi na Ghana fo bebre especially Asante fo mo anto aba ma Dr. Bawumia bebre na ba be gina ka se nsem bi ma kan de Japan kan ye MPP fo ye moa MPP fo ye nkwasiafo adenti a mekora me support MPP yes sa nsem no so nam so na Asante fo anko ankoto aba enti aye ye ho. The economy was bouncing back. Economy no now fan into my per franc fe no man be hu the effect. With the idea of solar panel, with the idea of gold for oil, with the idea of Ghana bank buying gold. That is the time I'm guessing called mine never fan into my per franc. No bia. No bia hobetono. My minister say here I am is looking great. I'm having fun. That's great. Yeah. Juweni mame. Efata why? Efata so be juweni. Aye. Ena ya transia ma de na ada be da ye na moaje sabio. Tumi na ye de ya de papa no. Ye de say tumi na koma enkrofo bi o mo ba ye ne. Frastar house. I Jubilee house o Adan discotheque. Ensa pa miss ensa pa monum no Frastar house wono wo de me kan kire wa unjini Adan discotheque ensa na yewe e wo ho ensa mu oduru ena yewe na wo ho ye bo discotheque tie
tu Jubilee house a whole bon one kasa. The place was a drinking spot. A dan ba ko mko bie mu entwa. Go for you na be na no homo ya wo mo ti ha. Na be dan we to kwan. Who we be be dan we to kwan. Akope bibi aba. Eti problems na no egu ye so eka. Take or pay agreement and who can bear 1 billion so could you light you be on quantity buy umpo ya de swao as ye. What you say banking sector reforms and yema be obi koji cocoa cra contract say or be supply in Ruby na contract no what me there be a bank e Ghana amena eti o man could dia ho hia na ya na president de on kan yema ne kese eti o ye ya na ofefa ye na no msi dabi wa beto o mo address problem no dan hwe yi a e de asembeba entitemu a ni ye free mu no the president here and say and the advice en concopet sign no hydro project ni anu o mo hwe say a system of barter unto why so fa adwen ye betime de say yi bi ni de secure project bi ni aya and no wura Haruna Idrisu fa letter petro ye de come World Bank ni e say wa me no say wo mon translate say sika no say a contingent liability ni enfenka Ghana ka ho na meye public debt na ye ne sa e be raise ye debt to GDP na kosoro ni a downgrade ye e wo credit rating no ye downgrade ye sa pa ye downgrade wa interest payment nyina so be kosoro because obosia na wo bo no e bi ye dollar denominated no e bi wo flexible element ya ye downgrade u ni nyenti na downgrade ye dangerous a ma dollars ni free no ye downgrade u nyina na we interest no so ye dan na peja sa na ye de measure interest rate on bonds enti we grade ni kosoro no na no so etebe form eti say dipa ontum me fra wo ni ye hwe ni ye charge obosia ehunse ho ufunu ho ane ufunu no bra oboye ni ye hwe ho adaka ye to disi no sin krofo ye mo lebete wo mo 1 billion pe wo mo IMF mu na ye de na wo bu konya sign no hydro abeye project At the time we buy, you know. In fact, I was furious. Tell me they call Tambale, no. Nami dear, Sammy dear. Kuma yaja kuma si dear, oh, ya janka, ya jan hini, ya just swami, ya ja for the chrome, ya ja way, box at the baby, be walk around, near ni gata back, okra. Yes, ya they call Haruna Idrusu, impressive.
On what tree of
Cratan, I have seen that. Near Muye. Unfortunately for him, tell me you project in our president, it could be a no cut short. The following day, and I say, no about parliament, I have my state of the nation address. Ubi and Kadikesi, we are about you get up and thank the president and congratulate him for this edifice, unprecedented. It being sincere, mother. Nanimugu ase papa sa. I feel one no enya dey adena bonobo. Hey! Ade wo yan ka me stop we. On say aba ukrom. I feel tamalefo someone who nipa boni wo wi ase. Ini so abi o. Ini chairman sabonso. Majority leader and pressure so. Ya gro ya horo no pa, e ho ada pa. Eni wo for ukrom. Ni interchange no near Baben Santasi near you. Okwa drawings. So I even told MPP, I can draw with the Misro, don't draw beyond the Photoshop. Ebe dada and crofo griboku. Eti Misro drawing. Na ya de bohono. Ka drawing kwanda ka Leonardo da Vinci kono na ke wi as president. Eti Misro mo manenya action. Miami vice president, fear. Let this become action. And this is Kumasino, and here, me meet me in your campaign. Let me honestly tell you, meet me in your campaign. Say edifice where walk Tamale. Now me meet Dinaswame. Say Kuma MP.
So I'm a runabout.
It can't
and
be.
Luga Johnson.
Oh, yes, yeah.
The quiet runabout.
Wana. Answer me call more.
Yes, Abusia, enti, this is what is going on in the Jubilee House. Yeah, we sir. And konkonsa yen say o man no esika sra ye basa na Ghana for ho akere won na yakoto aba ma Mahama to bon enti awie no saa nete we yemfa bi nka ho yenyi bi mfirim said the nsem no te no saa na ebeka na ene me the topic we esi ha na jump into a deeper thing abusiamfo said the niema no tie no saa na ebeka no said the niema no tie no saa na ebeka no a man this for anwene say omo ba ye dan omo ba ba ye Rollins say Rollins ye hero ana sorry say Rollins ye soro abofo Rollins onye soro abofo Rollins onye soro abofo Rollins onye obi a sabio e wo se Ghana fo enka politics mu kura no nka the name Rollins kura no emrem papa no oye wudini ankasa oye wudini esanso ye destroyer Ghana manya ene ye ho akere yen a ye ne adwuma ye factories in Ghana Kumasi for businessman or moayira. I can for businessman or more joy free Ghana. Ni nyina Rollins so. Rollins nkwana ye nipa oba wi ase ono dwene se wi ase aye woyi ye nyina betumi aye pe. Rollins enam illiteracy. Rollins no nya ngumanimfu bia o. Rollins no nya ngumanimfu bi. No nye intellectual bia na onko suku titire bia emma na adwene ma bie to the point say nko betumi lead a country called Ghana but enam say na awudie agini tim na onim nipakum na onsuro mojanti na meno so na ma Rollins etimi beye Ghana mampanyin enti asem no se na etie no ye beka a man this if one when say the omo fanda ne ye no ye di ba besie JB Dankwa na omo tu omo anu asi ne so a omo pese omo nsa ni dini no papa no ye ba ye no enkrata mu enhwehwe mu ba bia ni ho a ya twera to say papa no okum obi up to now JB Dankwa wo a wo se wo evidence bi e wo ba bi e kire say JB Dankwa akum obi no fabra bonten na fa be challenge Bese Rollins de ye ko ne nsemu na ye ka nipa wakum obon a we aye the first phase of the 5 generals a soldier from 1.4 Rollins share da ema ye twi to the ball won pay kum omu nyina sa nipa we no sa this how many of them 5 this 8 generals we in 1979 Rollins shared that my chichire one tadi dua ho bo mu nyina to pay enipa nwotwe at once enti mesramu and this for enipa okumobi ye friend say e wo twim ye friend wudini brofum ye friend modeler enti so bi ka say Rollins ye modeler on kan bone. He just setting the record straight. And Timon Kancha Zenata Rollins say, "A Ghana mine and I ye four. O my Ghana no and a more four. O my Ghana no and a young fan near Mabunum serious. Sao mine and a young man near Mabunum ya Juma said yes and a fata. Asenka mamra ya Juma and Kasa send them their friend Rollins no. Enka political arena na politics nke ni kwanse pio ba bia enka ubo udi nso ye Rollins na nka amanfo kita ba eni nnua edi wachi and after all bone no obedi ye no what was the reason die nti obedi sa bone no sankrofo enwotwe omugu hai omo anye Rollins bone bia o what they did and say Rollins firi say Sankrofo we no mo ye threat to him. Aye. They were threat to him. So betumi to no frade so. Echi sa soja fo we ku mom ya. Na ene wo Senator Rollins. Ghana fo a ye funti. Abra ye kum businessmen. A soja fo bobo mo ho modene wo man num ye ku on ya. Na ye de wo echo school wo England abra na echi amanfo ku won so mo authority mienu miensa wo mu fie nti eye crime eye corruption eye abuse of one and one no na wo sa nipa kro na no ye wo sika ye de wo amano ne se kosua nwoma everything is fine for you se wo nka wo parliament kro na nka ye ka the history kro na who have sent come when Nimunya day, and your smart, say, what dream mu, be come with Timu say, O papa be deep bonnet, be a trim. And this uncle, Sir General is and what 3 years made your more guhoy. Rollins in a cool so we end this in answer on Tiasia Coco Shipo. Mon Passia June 4th, no, Munya idea and son and faso. A ya wood that a ya woody dear duck a sepa. Eye wudi da kese pa e wo man Ghana story enti say ye ka in dispensation of democracy enkasa June 4th no e wo senka enye da bia yede kai enipa bia sabio wo Senator Rollins so papa je won kwa efiri won sam na enye the day to celebrate o papa wo Senator Rollins say your man fufuro bi so a nka udin Rollins no nka wasesa no but because of impunity nti oti ho na wo ye dede sama sanipa miensa we judges judge for miensa omode omunan si form say awudie ne nsamone a wo papa edire wo man no omonte ase no wo papa bo modere ma ye kofa won koku won kwa maami we out ohye mfimfini na ne ba no monofo bad time Jeru kwakwa apia mo akwa papa na ne ba enom nofo but o papa na mu wudie ni moja na wonsuro timi kata na ni eba ye kwosisa won se ye nkoku won ye kopake won te se emmoa ana te se niema ene ekoku won just because of say krono ana wo se ene ne nkrofo de bo enipa binom papa mienu we ne maame we di omo nan si form say krono bi o papa bo ajapade bi o papa afa in the name of revolution no omo gini nyina de ama omo wura no enam we so enam o papa di sa wudie no a ense ne mfata na ya se kwase ampanyi na agwamba ben nordna fo meni obi ane but monka manente agwamba ben na adwiri mu se rolling sa wudie no obedi ye no no ni wona wode won ho ena na anya and because the northerners were not rich and I'm saying northerners na mo ye poor ntino none of you had these problems with the Rollins and munim sabi northerners ya Rollins kun wom no okun won kwa just to balance the number of accounts e wokun wom yankesa akamfo nkwa na okun won enti wa agwambaben nka ye kase Rollins ye modra kurana. You are the person that was supposed to lead something against the daughter of Ajman Rollins. The daughter of Rollins. Senator Rollins. Who are going back now saying, Kawun Shemra be we nyansafo Kawuna say won Shemra. He said, will be 2 and near CMP. So you want to thereby expel him from the parliament. Oh, yare. Oh, yare. Oh, yare. Mesi awudie eya wudie ukumu nipa ye frɛ awudi ye frɛ modela ewo brofum twi kasam ye frɛ wudifo uye wudifo. Rollins is a wudifo. There's nothing that can change that. Na se wunji ni na opemu atie ni ya. Listen to this video.
Tired using this village.
Tie. And this if I'm also Montias say cancer Rollins ye would for no. On one casanum, he's talking about something. Asabna okano, tieni yepa, fatutim. Video wemu, me bonne to fatro na wati. Mo amose mo ye NDC fo nti munni munyansa munsua nwoma. Mompe history ntie mompe nsɛmpa ntie madwene mu bidie ne crazy na ede aguma mo se munsua nyansa no from the horse's own mouth tia wudia Rollins edi ne Ghana man bibi ntie amanfa ka omo anu atomo me he amenka asɛm me nana me ankasa me nana the Rollins de ye no unim de ntia because na wasi ni fie atwa ho nyina ahia aprasta ayaba na ya emse na nya bansoro but na ye fie a wasi atwa ho ahia kama toilet wom bibia ye kama very nice kuro na papa me mo kuro no dini. I don't want people to know about him a lot. Sa kuro na fie ni siso no sa fie no na ye unique ye fe na sum papa no na fe ni kwadwo asum na fe ni kwadwo asum na oye obi a na oye link to the Cote d'Ivoire kuro na of otiso no na ben Cote d'Ivoire during the slave trade no me nana no one of the people I know mo reference at the Cote d'Ivoire border. Nyen semi na ne ka ajuma Rollins di me na wa hu adentia krona na me na timu no ni fie no eye sononko ene kronumfo nyina asempa na me ka kiro ai ode okọ German South a na okọ bisa mafo busua mafo ne asum na okọ bisa omo ase ai kwachi man kwache manfo mafo ne asum omo ne hefo Rollins chemena na kun no for free adenti papa no ede ne ho na anya nsem nyina na yeka enti wo agwamba be ne Senator Rollins a saa ohaw no mo amfam saa ohaw no mo amfam no mummi amano na papa woi boni e odi ni Ghana man mu abrochire ha mo amoti Germany papa na efe na Adolf Hitler no na se ahye ya hye na se he nina na wafo okura no omo ayi omo fie di no omo ayi afro omo di ni so krowe mo efa papa Mussolini na sefo omo man politics ho kura ebirum kura dwana kwetna man foforo so enamo Jimmy eni se bi Ghana fo mu nsua nyansa bi Ghana fo bi no mu nsua nyansa obu nsua history nkwa akire hu se owudifo yo wudifo enipa bi ni su ne ban ni DNA ye mane nkoba bi saa party na fe na ndi se o se nka yagu no eye moja party na mu bibinti manya kwanya na mu di mu ntwo mu di mu nkwe mo pese mo nje Ghana moso ma obi nka boni obi adi bet mu mom mutumi gu obi ani mase menti asese sa ankrofo we there they don't want their reality to come out but they are always there to disgrace other people akohifo now dia bushen mame no munsuo mra na yenkone nkonkotie papa ya Rollins ya kana asemi or say a list of 247 people or share that order say yenkuku won entity video no na wan kan tem say Rollins ye wudini kese pa enipo tumi trase 5 pen ni pipa tretra manfo din say sa ankrofo mu nkoku won oye wudini sanso ye mambofo onama no so na kamfo asikafo ne okamfo a wode won ho eyira firi Ghana man mu eye Rollins ntia kwabena Japan one nam ho yara ne papa ye judge yekum no boache matres na bi one nam ho ne papa no yiskani pa o hefa yekum no kwa namo mosi yanka masem mo yare wahu mesi that June 4th no say June 4th no I was saying an abolition from the country June 4th will be through now yes we be June 4th we will head a press conference across the internet to talk against you and say June 4th we by platform we so I will invite every Ghanaian diaspora be or wasem be aka be an American asem here in celebrity Rollins be on June 4th. What
did he do wrong?
It might interest you to know that Afriva was being provocative and I had him locked up. And he wasn't feeling too good. So I said, they should send him to the hospital. And after he recovered, I remember very well, and the gentleman who was keeping an eye on him was called Dennis. He was also in Achimota School, 1 or 2 years ahead of me. He was with intelligence machinery then, that he had recovered. He's okay now. What do we? I said, let him go home. And yet, later, had to be brought back. You see what I mean?
Why?
One evening, I don't know if it was the evening before the departures had to take place. I went.
You mean the executions?
Correct. I went to see a respectable general of ours. In fact, someone who just missed, had a close, what you call it. He just escaped, being hurt. to also been killed on that June 4th day. A man whose life was saved because I held him in very high regard. So I went to show him the list. I was in a very heavy mood. I remember where he sat, and I sat on, what do they call it, a couch. Those leather things people rest their feet on.
Yeah, the leather puff.
Correct. And looking away from him. And I'd given the list to him. And I was very, very heavy. I'm saying I couldn't hold back the tears because we had tried everything to prevent it. The executions of the commanders. And after about 2 minutes or so, I heard him behind me ask, and where's the rogue? Where's the rogue? The rogue's name is not on the list. So, I mean, this shocked me a little.
And did you know who he was talking about?
No. So I turned towards him, expecting him to say who he meant by that rogue. Because here you are, trying to prevent a situation with such a list. For him to be asking to an additional name, a name that was also not on the list.
Nti Mpamacho, okese the list enye list edi kwa kodi dwa e wo supermarket o. Eye list ya twe nipa da sani din ya gusu se yenkwa ne yenkoku won. Afirifa ho asem na oka. Kwanye nam so papa we kuma afirifa. After all, afirifa dia na waye. What no afiri aban so. Watina sematum otinifie obone bra. What did the mandate to you for you to kill him? Now we must mayenka. Ose list na nya list ya odi ko yenka ne sen leader akoto niema o. Enya list odi ko hero spin akoto niema akofi o. A list of men, names of people that this man wanted them dead. Yento ado.
Took me aback a little, you know, but I turned towards him and looking towards him. And so I was looking at him like, whose name is it? Who's the person? When he said, Afrifa. General Afrifa. So I'm still looking at him. Like, he will have to say more. And what did he say? He said Afrifa had been advanced a good load of money to wage a campaign against Champong's union government. Yes, at that time, I mean, things were pretty hot. And instead of using that money for that purpose, the money, incidentally, you know, as he said, came from an establishment within an organization in the West. I don't want to say the name now. And and instead of using that money to wage that campaign against the Champong, he used it, according to the general, to edge out, what's his name, Mr. Pawili, who I believe was the leader of the UNC at that time.
Correct.
He edged out Pawili and took over the leadership of that party. I cannot recall. I wasn't too much into the politics of those days, but that's what he said. Whether it happened or not, I don't know. Oh, well, in politics, I guess that could be sinful enough, I guess. So I kept quiet, collected the list and went away and did what I had to do.
So did he add the name? Or did he ask you to then add the name?
It was obvious that his name would have to be added.
Okay.
Because we would have to make some serious sacrifices. And the guiltier you are, the easier it could be. And here you had a list of innocent good people as well who would have to die to save hundreds.
And this person was a general?
Sure.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Is he still your friend?
Oh, no. You must have, in a way I was a little naive also around that time. It wasn't until...
So what? This man killed people not because he was much intelligent and was able to analyze people and understand why he should kill them. It was not a knife. None was form, but he was killing people like animals. Jimmy, na papa if I go about the parliament or say me and Kese already say Udini. We are there. Tio. Aggression and kasa. A attitude of ignorant people, illiteracy, and a man nipa violent. So that is why this man killed all these people for nothing, just because he was naive. Not doing a juma ye. I didn't drink anymore. Who a video way na me for license to.
Later, that I saw through what he did. What he said could very well have been true. However, I think he wanted that man out of the way, because he felt, upstaged by General Frifa by virtue of the 66 coup. Until then, he thought he was a rising star, the point man for Western intelligence organizations. And now, the 66 coup haven't happened. I guess he's the one they are dealing with, and not him who he thought was more qualified.
So, but you took his word then?
Oh, I used to hold him in such high esteem. Some other interest. On one occasion, I was sitting with a major friend of mine when we're discussing the move that had to be made, especially the one pertaining to dropping the bomb on a Champong. And in my conversation with this major friend of mine, or was he a captain then? What did he say? No, I said, a Champong in a way had corrupted so many good officers and, pushed out some of the other good ones, the senior ones. So I was saying that this general, for instance, is one of the good ones who could be brought back if or when General Akufo takes over, to assist him, in terms of bringing on board efficient, disciplined people. He was one. And this captain friend of mine, it was in the evening in his corridor. What did he say? No, we don't need such holier than thou characters. This shocked me a little because he belonged to a certain tribe, just like he did, and I belong to also another tribe. But he said, no, we don't need such holier than thou characters. And I'm saying that I was shocked because when again could you need holier than thou characters? At this particular point in time, when so much had been corrupted, personalities corrupted, and we know the climate it's created. There are not many left. And here's a very competent person you could bring on board. And you're telling me, holier than thou. I mean, who's compromised himself to such a point that you find a holier than thou character, intimidating? What were you going to ask?
So I was going to ask whether this person, is it still the general or this is another person?
Oh, no. It's that same general.
Same general.
He's a survivor. He's a survivor. The number of attempts he made on my life. Yeah. And a few things. Read my book when it comes out.
Okay, we're looking forward.
I hope he'll be alive to read it. Oof. No, I'll stop here.
Okay. So, if I can conclude on that, so if it wasn't for this general, Afrifa would not have been on the list.
No.
And so Afrifa's name on the list was not your preference.
No, I don't think. No, when we compiled the list, none of us had him in mind. I told you what had happened. He wasn't too well. I had him detained and sent to the hospital. When he recovered, I told Dennis to send him home. Afrifa was not part of it. But when you hold such a general in awe, you're just a young officer, thrust into a situation like this, and people have to go, and he tells you something like this, he would know. Yeah. And it's not illogical.
Right. Do you regret it?
No comments yet.
You regret it. No comment, yes. On one Afrifa, there is no general. He was the chairman. He was the man. He let them kill him. Rollins, don't let anybody from anywhere deceive you. Say Rollins wasn't a killer. Rollins was more than a murderer, more than a killer, and anything else that you can think of. Abusianfo, me de mobesia, na ma bie phone lines na tum. Usu tumi frɛ na wachire wadwen. Kama pa our platform we so. You message say this time me ba life for chakra enokre busy and yaman kitinkiti bia ye free ho. Na at the same time no message say bomodne na like video no mame na video no nkɔ nanim. Saa nso na message ye pa say bomodne say wodo wonsa ebesi adoma no so said the beya me ba life for benya alert se maba aha for nsa si adoma no so e wo YouTube ho na me ba life for wenya what wenya notification se maba sanso na message say on the Facebook no don't forget to like the video I was say one like video no now we follow page no so said the beya me ba life for ubenya notifications amaba na waba join had de adwuma ba akope na yeye 2028 Dr. Baumia to be our president. You bring the principles, everything that we know in our own capacity, no, we will bring it out to share it with you. And said the update, no, man subscribe on kwa found sesi adomano so. Na say said the me ba life for because many times me ba life na man share link amawa unya notification semaba. This is because say unye de unfa wonsensi adomano so. Enti ma wonsamo adomano so said the me ba life for ubenya notification semaba life. No wabe join na ye no nyina achensempa no afa. Abusua ma bie phone lines na tum. Osu tumi frɛ na wa kyerɛ wadwen sɛ deɛ ɛteɛ deɛ wodwene ɛfa nsɛm a mede abeto dwan ho na yɛ nyinaa ya chafa ɛha ɛyɛ RAZ Media GH on YouTube mede yɛn ne Mr. Manfo mesan so wɔ live ɛwɔ hɔ ɛwɔ Facebook on RAZ Media abusua yɛ twɛn phone lines no amanfo adwa paa. Listen to what people are saying about John Mahama's government.
I was a me aso.
Yes,
but me more mudin sans we penny for and penny as of for pound penny for pa or muddy yawu because one more bois President Mahama pa a man be president and she would deal in your manoma promises but some of the promises Rebecca say early days yet but bakwa a travel muyem pa they say one more deal one yaw and they say President Mills
yes
offer Christian leader Bako every woman from the Christian Council every woman appointing the Council of State Reverend Dr. Ni Amudako
okay,
fantastic respected Christian leader and the President Kufuor also by also appointed Archbishop also appointed Archbishop
yes
Justice Akrofi
me British in cancer me wakwa papa
okay also call Council of State
and then they want bante mame
Council of State yes
and you know mo so for pon na at the boa president say for ni no meetings are omo call empire omo boma no Thanksgiving service ni ade nyina bosha o share wo say obehwe and say be asofo no na person prayer but they were hoping say one of their Christian leaders no
ebetima Council of State
to me not necessarily say be Archbishop will be and as a bishop will be but say be an kasofo be among them no anko mu ade o mani asiso no anko betumi adi o muni appoint o mu ba ako hu say yenso ye representation e the highest body constituted to advise the president on matters ba ya ba kokra
it was a asofo ni di yawo
o ma di yawo papa ezi o mo so mo friend kra na omun to me no man no opposition no na di hu
because I will share Council of State you were elected members no enye elected ye na wo kan o kan omo a ontimi nkonkogira
now Archbishop Justice Akrofi
e wo kan omo a omanpini na nkasa appoint
Reverend Dr. Ni Amudako na so onkogina election that be that
when I may go through list I will share appointed members na
yes
da sebrebo amadako Osaberi Makwesi after the second Justice Vida Amankwa Akoto Banfo His Royal Majesty Man Pangura Jakpa Anko Ade Borenyi and Honorable Cletus Avoka Right Honorable Edward Duajaho Dr. Eunice Brookman Emisa Mrs. Betty Modi Drisu Cynthia Conley Ajete Mrs. Molly Enim Addo and Nana Sir Jemfua the second. It appointed members.
A member of Christian Council. A member of the GPCC Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council. A and a yes of a pound. A nunti. What diawo? What dia papa? Now a dear Bakwan, one was sent debut say. Say no pay oversight. Oh, Samba Baye National Education Forum now to turn suffrage stakeholders.
Yes.
Minia. Schools are a war Ghana more than half are mission schools, particularly at the basic level.
Abusiafo nti amanfo ahyase den edi yaw ewo John Darega Dramani Mahama ne ho enam se promise bi or promise ye oni so na me guso ametwen who will call no speaker Agwan Babenso Ababonten so ono so no onye happy with what John Darega Mahama is doing as president. Ni nyina se Mahama promise say obema ma anya tumi e wona ban mu pa betankosi sa yenkonkonkotie no so.
To reiterate my earlier comment made on the floor of the House that I am determined to hold the government to account in making sure that the provisions of this act are totally implemented. And so I'm using this platform to call the attention of the government and all stakeholders to pay close attention to the provisions of the Act, particularly Section 14.2. which provides that, and I quote, the president shall ensure the progressive achievement of the gender equity targets set out in the first schedule in making appointments to the following. A.
Abusiamfo ye maame Esther Fre enti momentie na no mo asem kakra. Maame ye mo akwa
Ojo so msamafo bibia bokode.
Nyankopon adom ha bibia boko. Na mo nso bo hoye.
Nyame adom bibia boko wa.
Yeda nyame ase.
Msamafo. Kame fama da o mani kunkun.
Ya meti se wonne na ati se wa relax.
Ai ye friend say NDC de Ghana omune di ebekọ wuo. Omo na ama Ghana enye ye. Omo na ama Ghana yentumi nchechire. Omo na ama Ghana nsemhunku a na ekoso ho. Se obo betumi abue wo ma no aka dokre achetimamum for ma no eye quite difficult for them.
Very difficult.
But makatre Ghana fo nyina omutie wo say ye SK say ye hene say ye wo wiase ba kope. And we're not gonna remain here.
Absolutely.
Yebeko.
Yes.
Yenyina yebeko, but yebeja nchirima wo ho. Yebeja nchirima. Se enibre na omukutana misamafo so omo njaya. Ghana will not move forward for those future children.
Absolutely not.
So what you say? Eno ne ehawa me ehame. Na obi tumi tra Ghana no say I love Ghana. Na we are perpetrated. Say aben by war your money. Yes, Nana Akufo-Addo may have his dark side.
Yes, of
course. And all hands, all fingers are not equal.
Absolutely.
Nana must have a wrong do wumpe. But you wanna say what? That's a question who say, Sanka, you wanna know you wanna not do shoes. What would you do?
Yeah.
Because mistaken by many than Nanado, dear. Nanado came with the good heart or appointed because the country belongs to us. The country, all of us. The country doesn't belong to Nanado. The country belongs to you, me, whoever listening to you, anybody who comes from the background of Ghana. It doesn't matter where your language, where do you come from, what kind of the dialect you speak. Ye Ghana for. So what you say? So the Nanado appointed say. Forget about party. So free and this one another point he appointed you say, Brabe some woman, not a year a woman, a visioner, a woman, brav, never bread woman for. But 1.2 say just because we end this Brabe weak in the party no, never cocoa mawudiano and so what's the me person?
Yeah, to us or point to as a citizen
Yes.
to develop. Yes.
Yes, but not knowing say Nanado no appointed enemy.
Yeah.
Nesa Nanado appointed nef a visioner who a woman went to me up portraying ama ordinary Ghanaian enya some fasono. Not just because no upasa will go Nanado and you must now go MPP party animals no. Does it make you a good Ghanaian?
Absolutely not.
So because omani ye omani nya kosi broni kro or apoti broni dia ye kro no we have to build the country to make us feel so proud say you build the country no e dia generation to be born. Why do we have to destroy our life? Why do we have to destroy our life, being so selfish and destroy the generation to be born? Me pusa African leaders and especially Ghanaian leaders say, what future do you have for the generation to be born? And I would do one in Chima. Share, a woman can't tell one. If we are saying about what's the 900? You're not gonna sleep all that 100 rooms one
Absolutely
day.
Not.
You only allowed to sleep in one. That you call them Mr. Mafo. yekoda kasi si ana mi tio na nka me fa mu atonko
Wow.
ka me tonko me ko deep na msi debi because enema bi am it baffles my mind say why say ye nyina ekoni ye dia ni ye pese atichire na mu fum sika ndc for mu fum sika to say there is no future sa adie we bi na Kennedy ebebe ka kire MPP for so omu fum sika. But I wanted to put it on all the listeners. Say MPP say Kennedy Japan because say MPP for Fumsika. I be able to say there's no tomorrow. So now MPP for Fumsika there. No from cake, you know. A son one party from the West Namedema no. So now what he's saying was true. At least national cake, you know. MPP for a mama for BD.
Yeah.
Na usha NDC amamoye omubuya. Did Ghana have future at all?
Absolutely no. Go
home, sit back, and have some pity. Have some pity, please. Have pity for Mother Ghana. Have pity. Ibrahim Mahama, John Dramani Mahama. Can you leave yourself? Do you have any conscience for Ghana? Do you have any remorse for Ghana? Oh, Addo, Ibrahim Mahama, property I wish you should be you going to leave it for one day and go. Who for the be and go? It doesn't matter how many property you search for it and keep it for your children. One day, John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, you will leave it and die. And maybe women who just have property, they won't know how to control it.
Yes.
Maybe in future they will beg to it. You wish in your grave that you never receive ordinary Ghanaians. You wish on your sick bed that they never destroy the ordinary Ghanaian's life. Sometimes, so what the honest stroke at you are?
Yes.
John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, you are being so wicked. You behave like you are not a mother. You behave like you are not a father. Why? Why greed? Greed has bought your mind. Greed has bought your future. Greed has bought your conscience. That's when you're so greedy, Mr. Mahama, and wow, brother, money almost be a Ghana. Yes, may I put it to you, sir? We have one person who created you and I. He's the only one we can cry to. And that person is the Almighty God, the creator of mankind, who gave his only begotten son, who died for you and I, sir. Mahama, you will be judged. And you pay for every pain you cause every citizen, the innocent one, not the thieves who are following you, not the greedy people who are behind you, not the leaders of who call themselves preachers. And you want to make the aggressive only because obedino only na misumano and the young one on na misumano. Adena mo fumganisika mpenifo. Adena mo nia mobro ema o mine no. Adena mo june akrabia o tifa body ebe ti chop. Anabra sabayi bonsia mpono munni mobro ma akrabia o ti bonsiase. Mpenifo. God will judge you all one by one according to his wishes. And you pay for it.
Yeah.
The pain, the tears any Ghanaian, ordinary Ghanaians are dropping on the floor every day or on the ground every day. Because the way you see Muhammad, just only 2 months, 3 months, the whole ya woman time.
Yes. Yabai
And
na aba.
ya kono ba kupura time.
Yabai na
And
aba.
then this story no ohumia. I was so canning sabo no kase. Erade me da wase. So wa mama sorry. And ya mahama awo wasu sisi ne ma wo sorry. Hwe me na fofo se na na adu be free so na kobe oso pe kobe nsi ba no tamafo. Also no turn 5 cities and a 450. Within few months pa mahama buy no kobe or turn 8 cities and a 10 cities.
Wow. Very expensive.
Mitonya me tamafo. 8 cities and 10 cities. 80 and a wa wuti media no so. Anasa wo ye journalist, anasa wo ti konso bi agino. Wo fight say mahama bra power na end this in bra power. Wo sori na pa wo do bowl ene wo cap. Eko mahama fie ko no tea. Anasa wo ko ni fie ko kwaje aduane bedi. Hwe ye nyinara. Ye bom paye e de ma ye kra. Ye bom paye de ma say ye de akra ba wiase. Ye be brand ye de agya no. But and don't stress say mahama all your life you haven't worked hard. You live your life in politics.
Yes.
And all the money you have, you made it from politics. It won't just be enfenjan chimanana. Wouldn't abadayana, Papa. Ibrahim Mahama, what your brother is doing, are you happy with it? Are you confident, happy with this? You and your brother should loot all Ghana money and hide it somewhere. Are you happy? Muda. Unyame fa mbɔ ne nkyɛm na ɔnhu mmɔbɔ sɛ mokɔduru ɔsoro ahema mu hɔ a ɔbɛpɛ baabi ama mo mu atena. Mr. Mahama, wodi Ghana aborɔ wonya adwuma da wo sika a wowɔ nyinara wo bra ne wɔ nyinara no is made by Ghana's money.
Yes.
Ghana resources no ɛna mo wia ɛna mo de yɛ mo ho yie. Na mo de mo ka hyenkodu mamo masum mo kwam most akwa no betonwa no di ade say na na ado aye de na NPP we are stupid,
very stupid,
we are kwasiafo obi a wagimie ene betena watie san enema na wo to a no wo kenkan no.
Mahama did at 1 month asesa Ghana economy. Hi, very young. And this
2 months o me reading na in the budget ko me reading.
Aye. So obviously Mahama na yo.
O me reading ye. Mun kan wo se mu mo titafo no. O mo ye agimifo. O mo didi wi anu o mada.
Yes.
Enye MPP fo titafo. MPP ni a wan ko school do o ti dwom kro ton ade no.
Yeah.
O wo kakra wo de bo ne ho ban. Na din mu do onye week se mu NDC fo. Se e ka se Nana Addo anya 3 million Mahama anya 2.9 hey ni abo ade so
Very say
wafa
Mahama fa na topa
na ase duan nkatio so ho abegino so monko jubilate
monko jubilate
monko jimoni
no mu di akire
because what jimi 1 + 1 kura munim na mka so mababa be hu na yi 2 × 2 ye pamuchow omano Nana Addo leave it in your hands with the good will.
Yes.
Even IMF Krabekan, do you think IMF people are stupid?
Absolutely not. They will never lie.
The IMF won't lie and back Nana Addo just anything. They know the economy, how Nana Addo left it for you guys.
Yes.
So whoever is appointed in Mahama regime, please do the awful or do the thoughtful and say the truth. Because many Ghanaians know how to research. Some of us know how to read, even if we don't know.
Can do our research.
People that in politics that we know will bring the truth to us.
Yeah.
Na mbu o ma na munja mun kwase ade na mutete parliament wo no na moye no. You can deceive some of your chitafos or your followers, but you can't deceive all of us because woman no mun tramo ni wie no munya nantwie triwo ne abrowa bi ton kokodia na omada kole ade tia no foforo. That is how they live their life. MPP people right from generation to be born. Na omo nyina ye adwuma MPP ni bia obohu se owo politics bia no owo ne sika kakra
yeah obo adwuma kakra
ansa na obe join politics etimunjai say ye ko I'm not insulting anybody, please don't be offended. If the truth will be told in this Ghana, this modern Ghana, Rollins Obaye and Obi Riaye. Rollins came to steal from Ghanaians. And me auntie and I'm in your motel. Let me share. And so history no. History no. Me no omo catch them. And I'm so papa no buy no me na me bodyguard. Me shaka I'm sitting in Pieto and the last to boom. I remember. I mean yakwala. It's a story no. It's obedient to me, say the role is very young. Yet, it's the advice I made them send the part every I be and then the part from Scotland or say Lebanon.
Up to now, be anybody.
Yeah, before no, I stand for friend a bastard.
Yes.
So what you say? Now stand for friend a bastard. And to say that. Onyankopon aboa na wabepe animonyam e de amamu sa tribe na. Please keep quiet there.
Yeah.
Keep quiet. Na munjai sa mu pesa mu di tribal politics. Eba Ghana, eba sesa Ghana bibia no. Because everything na ayigbeni bi owo politics mu benya bia no. Owie aye. Owie aye. Okuja to abrokwa. Waria womu ka ho nyina no enye womu ankasa sweat eno mu di nya asasika no ho. How much have they been paid in politics?
And how
many business did they have? And how many tax did they pay for Ghana government and Ghana coffers? And how much left for them to buy expensive houses?
Yeah.
Say they call international court, all of them will lose.
Yes, thieves.
Because they have stole from Ghana coffers. Ghana for just because Ghana no be anywhere way. So they are fooling all the time, stealing from Ghana. Ghana, Ababa say. For one sako boku konimu, there was sabe brabono. Sako.
Free.
Sana akwako ye. And obia chanted through the kuku. So mbokwa kwako wia. Eti e pese e kase. Say ye ka Ghana empenifobi jidin. Enya wa musika. Ena Rollins bebe wia ye. And I was expecting Mrs. Ajima Kwadru Rollins to sit his children down and say, please. Don't breed disgrace again. Let the lion what to be lie.
Yeah.
Let bygone to be bygone and face future. Ekasasa mu ekrano. Eka omunko weki Rollins asam kranye day. Emba. Because what papa must bury okuma manfua up to date. Some of the family doesn't know what their people are.
Yeah, they are dead bodies, mixing.
Yes. Ajima Kwadru Rollins, every secret behind Rollins, she knows it. But what can I not do? And what and an Ebano Parliament can almost surge him. So my advice for the that tribe, the Ewe tribe, said, please, we should grab a bond and let the sleeping dog lie. We should love one another and move Ghana forward. Not because NDC is in power, so you come out and throw shade. Now, one more Rollins ma firing squad. One more man, Rollins eja woman wahinfa. One more money woman. Who would they look forward to? But you, Senator Jonathan Rollins, your father was alive. He lived for you. You grow up and see your dad. But what you papa no no. Any a judges for no moment no for no yokunkum woman. And Uncle future ever here. Even say no more future plan, future way. You leave them without a father or a mother. All of them you kill. Your father killed their parents. You leave them without a mother or a father. You have no shame. Mibusa, so now wouldn't shame so be advice on him for now. Woman to my move so no moody bontia, no more your papa. Wouldn't need advice to be out the let the sleeping dog lie. Now, and Crofono call me papa, I had to woman. Ma among junior star at junior beam. If you have the fear of God in you,
yes, son is soon.
Yes, because almost so a dear war.
Yeah.
As far as someone person papa, ever friend is a medran. Sansu almost so person who say, why did you kill their father or their mothers? Please stop embarrassing. Abababin, you have brought shame in Ghana Parliament for complete 8 years, and now you are going because Mahama promised you what 4 years never count. So you still be in Parliament to 12 years. So please stop disgracing Ghana Parliament. Enough is enough. Grow up, be a leader, and stop that your stupidity. How do you call it?
Conduct.
Never Ghana animunyam kakra. Magana animunyam. Na ya bro. Sumani babin, ya bro. Ya bro pa. Please, we a lawyer behave like one. Mama Ghana won't tell NDC for Mama Ghana won't tell na mo buy no. Munya she mo budget mo famaye. 2 months and a pen maba in whom budget. It munya din bibia mo use no was made from MPP party.
Yeah, MPP government.
MPP government and the design she say we nyina dia to work. Na nam sa mo chita for no mo jimi ntino. Wo kasa ye body o mo say ye kwadu. Wo kasa ye kwadu a o mo say ye banche.
Yeah.
Eti ye pamuchaw. Mo fam budget mla bring your budget. And because of Ghanaian journalists no almost too so weak no man bribe. They can't open their mouth. Omuni asofo ni nyina omo ye baako they team up. Omo tumi bue omano and me can but ye diaspora we know it and we will open our gob. Because ye nim said ya brotre a leader be bar the other leader if one lose they all come together. And grow the country.
Government is continuation.
Who grow country, no?
Yeah.
And my generation children. Ya pamuchow na krono no NDC. Aye ye ya pamuchow. Me samafo.
Mame.
Me dasepanya minshra. And chep crowd me torn na me ko Europe na chop me ube me
All
cry my bread
right.
because my full me cry me person me basi.
Wow, one anti-abre.
Me person me chiri say o ka za nante
I
ke
saw
to me sama.
so Okoto, they won't to make a sound that dime, won't to me now.
Oh, me sole no pana me for me backpack bo me chia nante.
Oh, yes, exercise. Your man say, oh, yes, exercise. Oh, yes, exercise.
It's yenche ubete menka biom na menka wo yeda wasipa nya me nso nhyira na onhyira watie fo nyina no mbo mo ho ban e wo yesu din.
Amen.
Amen.
Council.
Bye.
Mom, yes, and I tell you, I say, Mahama, and Sika Bebrebe with the Yedane. Sika Bebrebe with the Yedane. Senator Rollins, Kawano Tum, now Papa, with dear woo. Agwababen, what the way your 12th year, Baby, you can say Speaker of Parliament. The opinion we are seeing in our Saka, Jaijimino, Nama Parliament in Juma in the right way. This is the information. Yama Miesta, Edebaye. Yama Joyce, Afre, me freno, ye patient danso, Efreye, answer my freye, Michael. Yes, in Tebusia, Unya at Towasia, Bedru so. It is in Ipamiensa and a watchery. Yes. Kama memfa akwanya we so na memfa ncha kese ma yewia patient danso me chia pa bai kujo kwajo me kujo chia o na me retapia me chia ye pa yes yeah and Rensford Antwi afi na wa ba me akwa ba pa Mama Joyce me akwa ba
Yeah, Mr. Mafo.
it is saying
Adumo akwa nyame kura ye mu te se sa afodie de ne mba.
Amen. And one
Me chia we tie fo nso nyina so. Na Mr. Mafo.
Mama.
Ene asem a me de nam no ehia me pa na wo be wie nso na wa ye hwehwemu nso.
Nitio. Dia na eko.
Treta no NDC for no omweja edwuma Ghana for the mom say omumbe 24 hours economy no mon sesa Ghana no a bosum miensem na ye kwe ye hu hwe eno ane say owu omo ewudi akọ ena omo akọfọ omo de abesisi ya no na ye ka say obi ye traitor why ne eye traitor sin Nkrumah because no metie enyama historic and all this time and we say 3-4 days here. Now we try Messi adino etino. Before Ghana be Ghana no na Gold Coast wo ho anameboa.
Of course, no Gold Coast wo. I say Ghana there. Na no ya ina mo ye ne Ghana. Ya. Nkrumah no mbere so.
Yes. Enye Nkrumah breps no mo be ye no Ghana.
Yes.
Now so na traitors no omo wo Gold Coast anameboa.
Yeah. Gold Coast na wo ho say aborofro ba ye ne nyina no. Omo no beto sa Ghana man no sa area ho no beto ne Gold Coast. But I am friend Gold Coast before.
Na your friend Gold Coast and San Abrofo no be ye ni Ghana no. Yenya independent no be ye ni Ghana.
Yes. And then to us yes. San American yes.
Okay. And to next say traitors we no NDC for ebo de wuru. Any the stupid man of the Parliament of Speaker no. So ni ma bakosem no so ko school. Na enye ni yefu hunti. Na onimu amamre a Gold Coast no hwan no na omo ye Gold Coast no ansana Ghana eba na Nkrumah so eba JB Dankwa, Ubeche Bilamte, why, your friend, Kotoka, Bubomu, you know, Mutin.
And the
Sa
big,
big six
and
for
the
no.
big sis, Kotoka,
Yes. Yenyi Kwame Nkrumah Mfimu. Yenyi Kwame Nkrumah Mfimu.
yeah.
Because Kwame Nkrumah, Adano Mame Baha, about one of media ways too. She's 70 something old woman. And na obetre asemuno na asemuno no ono ne maame no treasure was CPP. Maame ne tre enye so obi ka tre no ne maame ye treasure in CPP.
Okay.
Nkrumah ye kwakofa na fi amanani aba Gold Coast ansa ba ye Ghana no independent no. Traitor we are your friend JB Dankwa.
Yes. So omo ye ako aje Edward Akufo-Addo. Nanado
Akwa
papa.
exactly.
Joseph
Yes.
Boachi Dankwa. Emmanuel Bichibi Lamte. Ena Williams Ofori Atta. Yes.
Yes. Yes. And ten Crawford we no mo omo ye Gold Coast for omo ye Ghanaians, omo ni British for no, omo ni omo ta so.
Yes.
Wuhwe omo tree na omo ye Ghanaians. And omo so and omo wo Gold Coast no ansa na ye kofa Nkrumah de bae.
Omo ne kofa Nkrumah bae. Sa nipa we num ne kofa Nkrumah bae.
Omo exactly.
Yes.
And JB Dankwa maame explanation no JB Dankwa. Ono akasa na danfo sikeni or say papa no ya asanteni or kwuni whatever ni refi. No oye sikeni. Enti time omo form say embrofo no say before they will give the independence na asantefo no their wife say they don't want to allow them to rule as your friend is saying colonial Ghana.
Okay.
Enti before say omo betumi enya independent no. Say money asantefo no enko kasa. Because no aye ayigbefuo aye fantefo aye notes exactly notness nso wo mu na asantefo no empene eno mo ani aye den no ne nyama no chise mo ni omo akwa kasa na asantefo no age atum because of the resource of the land no e was areas no what me ase
metiopa
yes enti eba ne saa no na ye say JB Dankwa all these tribe na mebo boy leaders no na che so omo fi omo roots and omo trees no efi sa Gold Coast no.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Exactly. Enti omo ni omo kwakasa ye no e na omo tie ye. Enti omo tie na say ye bema sa root fo yi bi mu aba be ye leader. Na British fo no omo so omo adwene omo de ma omo so na enu anu ni o.
Yeah.
Enko ye yie enti empanyinfo ebetena ho no modwene se saa dia me wa adamfo a ono wa amonani that was Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Enti yankofa Nkrumah bra no ono be to say neutral person among us.
Okay.
Wo hwe mu sisi anu ahwe nkrofo nya amabo mudi no omu roots of tree no. We find out now wo be baby obi fi in the Gold Coast no. Na maybe sa na wa ye research say Nkrumah ye see ofi hifa ofi Nzimai.
Sana yeka yesi ofiri nsema sana manfoka.
Me the working baby be so enti wo hwe sa nkrofo nyina no omo family tree no from the Gold Coast no e wo as at now.
Yes.
Nkrumah ni family tree of the Gold Coast no e wo hifa.
I don't know.
Pepatwa ya bisa NDC fo no any abamba bi no Abamba bi no ɔte hɔ no ɛne NDC foɔ no so ɔmo so obi yɛ traitor. Yɛn bisa sɛ hwan na ɛyɛ traitor sin Nkrumah ɛne party no. Eti ɔmo na ɔmo fɛ sika gye bi da nkwa ne nadafo sikani no those days no ɔno na ɔkɔgye sika fi ne nsɛm. Maame n'asɛm no ɛna yɛde tu amena na yɛde kɔkɔfɔ no Nkrumah no fi Britain hɔ ɛna yɛne ne baeɛ. Nti ɛbɛyɛ sɛ ɛna gye bi da nkwa bɛyɛ traitor. Ɔmo ka enimonimu asɛm. But when you deep inside no, ubehu baby and Nkrumah ofi. Party na your friend no sa CPP na abeye NDC no. They are all not a Ghanaians. Fi Ghana. Me paucha asama we hwen ne di wudwuma pa ne hu baby and Nkrumah.
Oh, my research.
The family tree.
Yeah.
Yes. The family tree efi. Eye the same party any NDC ene. When we say asam no te no. And to say Ghana ho beto a. Mesre mu Ghana fo. Munchre mo mana de ye ma minimum those days no sukuu no anye eno ane se bibini na broni di ni so nti yen so ye nyine yen de ye be ka ye ne se Nkrumah na obeje independent Nkrumah na obeye say no. It's never true. Nkrofo muji independent no omoni sa 5 people no ayabo mudi Nkrumah onka ho.
He was just
na ye kofa ne bae.
A ceremonial. You don't be chere kwa.
Exactly. Enti wo ba ye no na nkrofo yi ka kire wo se sika wo ho population ni ndoso embrofo na ejase omo ejase enti yenye we dabi minye we
Edane
akosomo ye say ye akosomo ye western region eastern region ye dam ni nyama wo ho should in case embrofo ba one day biomu a at least no ye were about 3 resource wo se wontie akosomo ni pe na wo beye den wo beye enum na je bi dan kwanum koka ya nebu efu omu ana ochi papa no ade koto prison o.
I see.
Yes, what will be asem ni fi no.
Yeah, me too pa.
Enti mame kaye ana o say asante hene dia those days na o asante hene dia wo he asante hene dia ye ni course share the famo prempe.
Yeah, prempe.
Yes, prempe. Exactly. Enti prempe no o yare ye. O prempe yare ye no won Nkrumah we ya because wona watena abroche ene wadan for doctor ni bi wo ho. Enti wo kan say ye fa prempe enko abroche no enko fa treatment. Not knowing no woni brofo na aye baako say ye wo ne pan ye na onwu. Enti it comes out ena your friend is Jebri Dankwa onya information no. Ena omoni prempe ne ye ne bae. Enti enu no mo na Nkrumah no offer omo ho abufuo special Jebri Dankwa. Ena allegation ochi no na yesi gbedema ena ota ono your friend is Jebri Dankwa no nechi pardon.
Okay. Ono no bona chidom. Okay.
Ono no bona chidom, yes. Into RAZ because of this political into no ni ho no to no nya kwan na odi chi papa ni koto prison and okowu wo ho no. Enti se abamba bi na Ghana force bi na yesi ye besua abako semwa yehua ne yie na daachi bi no ye fan kan kire ye manom.
No.
Because obi ani ho de ne nsa benku ode a kire ne ja fie da.
Absolutely no.
Wo se wo ye Ghana ni a wo fi baby ansa na wobɛyɛ Ghana ni enti nkrɔfo we no mu di Ghana si hɔ na enye nkruma enu ekyire no na ɔkɔfa mogyasɛm na ene NDC foɔ ɔmu gu so a ɔmu gu mogya every day anytime ɔmu bɛba power anytime NDC bɛba power no na pɛsɛ ogu mogya Kufuor ba mogya ahe na ogu ye na Kufuor Addo ba mogya ahe na ogu ye efiri ɔmo maame ɛna ɔmo papa ɛna ɔmo party no founder no efiri ɔmo yem ɛna Rollins nso ɔde bɛto aso ɛna ɔmo so ɔmo de to aso now so this time round ne deɛ enye yie dabiom
Amen.
yɛbɛ digi ɔmo ase te sɛ ɔmo so ɔmo digi MPP ase no ɛna nkruma de bɛyɛ kanka nyame nkrɔfoɔ mbɛkɔ school apemfoɔ ne nyama na ɔde okunku ɔmo ɔno ababa bi no sɛ ne papa na ne maame kankyerɛ ne kanka nyame the history of nkruma kanka nyame na enkwala ɛne apemfoɔ na okunkum de yɛ ne sacrifice eto ɔno ze na tɔ no ɔka na no ntum na sɛ mene no saa ze na tɔ no a aka mɛkɔ me kotodwe mu na mabɔ mpae sɛ akwantuo bi wɔ wiase yɛfi wiase a yɛkɔ bebi foforo a nyame fa ne bɔne ne papa kra ensie bebi ma no no ngyae ne ɔyɛ no because papa na kasa obetena hɔ no na enum kasa no kra say naive ɔno wi so be naive with sympathy, naive with passion, naive with a monster. That is how your father is. He's a monster. It's not even a murderer or a beast. When is he a beast or a monster? And Kruma the same thing. Eti Ghana for me sremo mun kom kotodwe mu na mun bom pai na mun sre boniface e wo nyame nsem because nkrofo anka omo de Ghana be si ho omo de Ghana si ho because moja Gold Coast and before with the root no omo fighting ye ansana mubenya Ghana no enye omo echiri sobora say ye Ghana for the bo JB Dankwa ene na Akufo Addo enye subura ye se ye di bona na Akufo Addo na JB Dankwa ene nie omo akeka no ye gusu ye be kasa because ye maame no ene ye grandmothers no omo anko school ene omo hu bibini se me nua to omo se broni di egu sana broni mo na nka ono mo ye sen Kwame Nkrumah
Aye. Sena ye chichire Ghana man. I say akosombo dam no kura na abolofo na e plan ni bibia o.
Omo no mo plan ni bibia aboni bibia sika ne wo ho.
Yeah. Omo na plan ni bibia.
But I had to say ayigbefuo any nkrafo any notness any fantifo no civilization was not there by then no. And I'm born to be colonized the Ghana to now no. And omu can say omu papa obi or neutral person. And you know omu fan kuma de ba Ghana no.
Some ho.
Yes, bra and some ho na say ye bomodi na ye trotro na ye de to na ye kanche ye chirima na omo ba no mu hu edikanfo no ade a omo aye because no Ghana ne wo ho Gold Coast wo ho ansa na Ghana eba.
Yes, of course. Ghana they say 1957.
Yes.
No other.
To wo ho ansa na Ghana eba. Nkrumah ni root eye root of Gold Coast. E wo him for that's my question. Wuchire baby awo papa efi the closer to the border and things like that. Yen bisa say ye kwa ye be hu mafu for.
Of course.
Nkrumah no, ni surname akasa ye Nkrumah. Ana he fanso. Because no mafu way a wo boy, minimum for mo fi your friend is osafo mafu ni nyama.
Yeah.
And today they said they have a route of the Gold Coast.
Yes.
And this is for no kope baby. Na ntna that 24 hours economy any 90 days of transformation no gusu no munye na mbre ni de just close and no na ye twetwe ya twetwe to be enya no na ehia Ghana forces ya no because kufo amfa history story amba bebu man na kufo ado amfa history story amba bebu man. Eti yes, John Mahama and then in Crawford no, yeah, sure must say the 4 years no, a Juma Beba Ghana education na Yamiadum Kufwa Baba Beyebi hospital, any roads, Munina as a leaders in Mobile and Obia Baba Yebi. Ye here roads biome history. Ye here road policy biome. Ye here hospital policy biome. Transformation of Ghana 90 days no any 24 hours economy ombi edwuma ema Ghanaians no munja orchestra no ewo kwanso Ghana form per any business trade any business we they need a factory companies eno ti na yeto abaye de mo no me catch Ghana for mo nyina mo bia maso na mo nya wide. Say yempe trade government bia yempe business government bia wo country because enyama yede ye trade enyama yede ye business no munyina mu ba ye obi aba ba ye bi yenya kwan yenya hospital school so enkwala no bi akosan for 8 years sisi ani aga na ehia no se doma ma onim ni aga na fo ehia ana o se ye wure fi ade ntem no ye ta kai doma ha ma se ye per companies, ye per factories. And no, and a ye pe akukon kitten because ne so and my crap or munye to macra de besa de betcheno, na nyamiamom with Dianet. Meso ne ma etumi kwa broche kwa education no mu be companies no mu ye factories no sa na the ordinary Ghanaians no super so oye adwuma e wo company mu boso so a ye fa ne sika to bank no nkoje na nye so akoye okay e wo kwan so eti Joma ha matie ti se kofi oduro ka ye ni ja kwasia no ja jimie no Kofi Oduro to me kan kire John Mahama any abamba bi so mu je chimie no abrochi ye dan ka wan sole wo ho se wo kwa akoye criminal osofo we wo Ghana because no criminal for no na egu Ghana no enti me se mafo
mame
say yes traitor and this for no Nkrumah ono ni traitor na ye ka medra any monster e your party no e ye NDC party no ye kan moja ehwie won Nkrumah nsem abehwie wo Rollins nsem abe criminal MPP fo a moja hin na ehwie gu om nsem enti a symbol of the party so mo pese ye bebo side ni biomu a omo fa party no omo fa nto ho mesi omo enyi omo hu no wo Ghana fo no eye no mo ko omukuro mu I said in Ketria, because Ghana no, Sabio Ghana no, a Gold Coast. Mr. Mafu,
mame
ye gusu.
akra
Ye beka, Sanyamika me TF1 so, Omoadiada, Honomwe and they go back to their roots and speak the truth. They should go back to roots. To say Bob Marley can, you know.
You must know your rules.
Because if you don't know your route, no, you can't go where you want to go. Period.
Absolutely no. You must
So
know
when
yourself.
baby I would feel, and now baby I would know. Bra, won't to me and come a drum so we can dig gas and with Chabby. We buy it out drum.
Yes.
So won't baby I would feel, and I will file with sick and I will file bag, said be Kodjomako diga. Ukwa, Obaka Jira, won't sound with him, but fear you. So if Ghanaians don't know their roots, they will mislead them all the time.
Yeah.
Mr. Ghana form, Muma Madrim Emundo, Nanyo here and a yedi chichiro of mine. A nyansa, and a baby a woofy, and I'll bet to the achichiri near that with him. And to roll no, Yabeka and neck, Yabeka chna, because Onanka saw ye naive, and no di kunkum or ye monster. Rolling's time wasn't a war, yet the Giasase. The coup and bedra. Rollins, or you would dini, or you would dini bium, because on an abresono, or you cool no be ye, you cool no be ye, no. Yan fire and santre at the potter, Rollins, I see Ghana assassins, a civil.
Hospital
went to me and ye be. Olebu children hospital a rich a just a tama in Yaman or Beseno. Asasi ben obedi di ka Ghana ho. Ejuma ben no be pie esi ho ene a wode wonsa wode betene. It's cool no be ye no just to murder people. Ono akasa nenum to.
Yeah, to enrich himself. So be sika.
It is an actor say would di ebinumu maame, ebinumu papa, ebinumu knu emoje sika na wode bedu baby a wo bedu na. Koto dwemu na bom pai na nyame fa wakasa wo bone on fa nche wansa na wa fe wa asase we so da wo papa baby owo no onimu a akobeka che o se me be jai because akwantu obi wo wiase ye wie we ya ye wa akwantu obi a ye tu aha no ye twemu ye ko nyame akasa ka say my kingdom is not on this earth because kingdom fufuru wo baby wujidi o wunjindi o kingdom fufuru wo baby so far as wu be fi asase we so there's another kingdom enti on ko ni ko to dwemu no bomb pie no sre boniface family papa kra wo baby owo Mr. Mafu
mame
Ghana asemure yesi ye beka ye nya hwie ye nanso nyame ma ya ahonden
kakra
preference so nyame pepe yes Ghana bedu no obefa wate efuo no ene obia so na ye de kasa na akọ ekiri akọsesa nkrofo adwe na omunyansa na nyame enum nyam na opeso ode magana no na enye de na embre mu
yeah
enti papa nyame ka otiefo nyina na wo so obusuafo nyina
amen
ya beka sebio
of course man me da se bebe Mama Joyce
bye bye
yeah Mama Joyce and a frey you know I'm wakasa a boy history pa a boy history in fact edru babina ukose ukokenkan niema e so in the country called Ghana and na bra seme wo doso nsem a e wo ho e doso pa na ya se obi o na onim the Ashanti Empire etino okasa Ashanti onim sa Ashanti eni Kumase hey brother yankopon onye yekese na omaya hoden history pa obi o onim a okasa Ashanti Kingdom onim se Kumase ai onim se Kumase na ya Ashanti Kingdom Ghana for moma ye ntra ho ma nipa binum tete ye ntam omo mfa seye pese menkuminya ense yen Seme wo hodoso. Ne beka ni nyina. Mo emfre yewian na yenti ono so na no masem. Ewe se Mr. Fordin so available. Mama Joshua boy history and no. History Mama Joyce the boy and no mu eduru pa. Na obi besie. Kakra na. Hello, Mr. Fori.
Mr. Marvel.
Aja mo akwaba. Memo ajonso ba bi o.
Mejo so.
Yeah.
Mechia RAZ media chief
Atiefo Joso mi.
Yeah, ebeko yinu anmo anwafo ahemfo bi no mene. Senator Lawrence so ahwa the Lawrence. Yeah, best ro. Say omo be ye fair. As Jesus Bibeka, let the sleeping dogs lie.
Yes.
What you say?
Yeah.
Ghana no. And I mean, I don't know, minim the love I'm so munyama, John Robbins, no. Was so much, I don't know why.
Yeah.
But near my the atrocities measured against some people. My father was included, by me, wasn't a physical assault.
Okay, I see.
What you say?
I see.
Get channel, get channel. Later, there was what in your winning our fight. It's immediate because no, then I'm offering CMB.
Okay.
And I'm friend to about this one.
Okay.
What you say?
Yeah.
Nick Kevin was in the army. Mejoani Mensa. Yamin fan crazy. Honestly, Yamin Kwa. And he was able to escape. Which in a story. He escape, no. Yes, it's a Puno, a Puno, Anu, baby. And I almost escape from Mukopia. You. That's it. Nay, or come my Alice or my give you.
Rodin Celestin or can want them no.
Yes. I saw on no crowd or tears in all the year, Coco, sorry, them one. I said, a year. Now, me, Ray and the story as a quite sorry, I know what he went through. During the last year, 2000 campaign, the 99 so, yeah, 99 campaign. Yeah, most of the generals ever in the gas station, you know, like near Yenedia. You mean Yagumo, a filling station.
I see.
Oh, Kumasi. What do I say? So, any probably track compound house, our Eastern region, up to date. My home parents, especially Omo Papa, no,
oh,
Omo Jane. Our Mwankasana, many Omotias neighbors, Omo Father, meaning the name of Omo Fathers, yeah. Into the Lawrences, your best remo. Manyan, send your uncle Germany, they don't want to hear the name Adolf Hitler.
Yes.
They don't want to hear the name Hitler. It's most spare. Na NDC for ni the mudi o machia. Omo kroma pamo mo prepare you. Na me menti action. Homo pamo mo maame.
Aye.
Mo maame. E kire na atrocities ni bi na ni hui. O ti ase. Because oni ni kunu tini ni kunu ye ni ma bi obehu.
Of course.
Engineer Seremo. Mo ma gebreo. Na ma hye ebini mo abufuo. Na mo mblemu mo. Me blame ye nuanu makamfo bi a omo na MPP party ni omo dia nti up to now na nkugo na eba no they are still going around making noise and saying foolish stuff just to tarnish the image of Nanado in Abusua.
Yeah.
Thinking say because say a Twaba majority of the votes come from their religion, you know. They are reading into the things that party in your media, so and no actual mutirimu de ba meka mutia. There's no way one particular region to me a particular political party we need about what Ghana.
That be possible.
You can have majority of the percentage of the vote from your region, but it cannot make you a winner.
Absolutely.
So they should think twice. And no one need the yo. Obe kachi ame se na nado amamu fun obebu ye na also ye MPP ni. Ni ma bisa. Let's go to health sector. Let's go to agric. Let's go to education. Then tell me now I compare to the previous government. Na be kachi ame se na nado anyehwe. You see how foolish you are. And you put me person metini di kura ane da for Japan.
Aye. So only a bonnet.
O pre MP. She enkwara niema we ye enkwara niema ni enkuras niema. Timi bisa se president Obrabe no abona na ayi unia na bia dwuma pa nipa president dawe. Wan ka se wow, we say unia.
Aye, kwasi asu.
Because you went to school to do me person me use word be. Member where the nation you went to school to do course or program. Tell me that program now for you ma be na bi. Tell me you may be. Ya no me go school ni akoya course papa o. Course etimidi yansa ye bibi. And when we are talking about adwuma bi you people should shut up. Ya mu kwasi ya school na e adwuma na bi. I am a Japan, Mr. Mafu, and then my a miracle abuaje and Kanyamishira no Bakubia. I wish thank a million number. No matter than a secretary. A branch and go for be at the next person like Omu Guna Nimase.
Just for nothing.
No more reduce the effort of making during the election, especially the campaign. Omu rubbish. Young company a miracle, to near Canada, Japan.
Aye.
And those 40 MPs no more sorry, any finance minister and viewer.
Yes.
Said a finance minister, oh yes, and or yede.
Yeah, Piscadi. Yanchicha Ghana Sikana more Munini boom boom. Finance minister so on Tiasi and Tier, yen free ho.
And I'm more sorry within the MPP and a family and friends.
Aye.
Say my hammer by what is any enemy is normal appointment. I was stupid Jimmy Jemvi, remember Jimmy Jemvi. Or your Mahama then, or your Mahama enemy.
Or your Mahama an adopted son, a complete adopted son.
Or your Mahama enemy, Anna, Broja Jemvi. And the lights. Any ma and go bad and got me at least bro for the walk school go idea. They are quite in a parliament 2 pounds in a week than 10 years and so no was ya bro for your mocha.
Aye. Yesterday I'm very sad.
Me person me bisa MPP for since they want to tell me there at forcing as a finance minister is going to be better than Kenoforiata na.
Sebi no be more muskadi. Ebi no be we sika mo omonya di. You know?
You see how stupid you people have been. Now with me no be no presidential ambition say me boa my party na akọ opposition. And no caso so I see am wonka.
Dabi. Ah, you see am wonka or you Canada Japan. Ah, really yankopon. Some year here obra.
And 2 people are saying Mesre MPP penny for. Especially omo amunya positions no mesre mo. You people should not sit down. I know say you am as communicators. But baby, I'm better say NDC for a intro because now no They are riding on your success.
Yes, and they want to cover it.
And you a Jimmy for media. And I saw for selfish people. They call themselves men of God. Men of God, my eyes. They know. Say Yamen frail. Yamen and frail. Class I know mutia duty. MPP about Bisiano. Also what to car over go through
the proper process.
Yeah. Thank you. Wouldn't me? Yeah, Jubilee House in you will need a year one house what to car. Ukui. Young Ghana for. I'm calling silent, you know. No, I'm sorry, MPP about it. Again, and another. I yes, Ghana. Bonnie Penn or yeah, Ghana. And they bet tax by any kind of rent here. What but damn, much is your brute? Sankan, yes, tax, and Yenina, and Ganki, your one.
Yes, I come so much.
2 weeks paycheck. 2 weeks paycheck. If you move their crumble, you can't pay your friend saying, mortgage, and as rent, 2 weeks paycheck, you know. They have to wait the next paycheck.
Yes. Because of
and send it to you rent.
Yeah.
Who need it? Unto guys who come. Who to insurance, phone bills. You people are not serious. If you don't know, go and read a history about America. What's the America? Go and read history about America. Maybe I want to say, why never your friend is saying, Uncle Sam or your wife.
Yeah, Uncle Sam. Hey, of our Sam. Who can say?
When guys Uncle Sam, you'll be at home. And your Uncle Sam, and I am one of the America.
Yeah, long green as some.
Uncle Sam. The American new body Uncle Sam. Now, when I catch all the taxes, the idea the bar. I popular. Was there? I'm the tax bar. Now it's me so-called general secretary and a betting tax idea. Abra Kromua who deal with your thought. Now before Sana Mr. Map, ya two dada.
They are 2 crowns and I will cry back candy wadi. Yeah, 2
Ucha bet now what a win so lay your friend is saying up. With social security, you need a number no cry, do woody and I yet. And you have no what you
your book of creation in your firm. Who d 100 Hanson will be 100 now till the at your more dear crowns when you're 100. And for who is Silobra. Yeah, part the pansy and Pesebe participating.
Yeah. Mesra mo say me penifone nya post on baba and to be NDC for baby to be different. I like the former finance minister now be take over from Furiata no. Many general pioneer and yes.
Counter to counter pa.
And Nyaminsra John Boadu so. Ma unu so ye juma papa o defend what Akufo-Addo came to do.
Yes.
O defend it. The miracle, what by a more aquaba?
Yes.
You move the acquaintance of the pastor, you been to get in contact with you. Me pay now, grab you and sky grow with you. Me pay scar on area. Yeah, the boy back here encourage you. If you present almost use NDC propaganda, no more go anymore. No more brew and was because this guy ever become, me say, or kind media nano or come in no tomb. Who be sent a question, no? Sana John Boadu you. Missing and saying I'm on this obvious one. Yeah. You mean trekking no?
Yeah, David.
And you're not best at the agenda, man.
David, you're the buyer on Namso. Yeah.
And you're quite see a full bit to say a year friend is a Rafa Japan now. No, your friend OKFM. No, Crasini business also or not so free. Or yes, I'm trying to be in Tino. No mood dinner now don't fall. Stupid people. Mr. Mafu Manford here and make us a hour. Yamin Shrow. I know you my power.
Yamin Shrow on cow.
All right. Bye.
Yes, Syria of 40 and I attend and cano. I am people from Point for Munya, Moyan and Emwa. I Nanado a boy Juma, woman cancer and pamphlet and another home. Hey, tax bia ni wa de ba obi obi de VAT Rollins the VAT ban people for ye demonstration against it abrochire how mo the VAT ba manfo ebufu but ayi kura John Mahama nkura kasa government does not want to put tax on people. It doesn't make him happy, but that's a decision that you must to take. Sani yinyana wakasa yepa.
Hello, Mimi Abema.
Hello, Mama Danso. It is saying.
Adumo na unso ai.
Kupana do me ho yepa. It's not fache me. One say yen 1-1 no. Me frɛ according to time I would frɛ yentia. Watch a class na me frɛ no.
Enya hwe me dofo. Enya hwe why? Ye dance so ni unwuma pa wo ye.
Amen.
Metia etiefuo nyina. Ene de Oma kasa fine. Maami baako bi a okasa ya ansa na papa yi be.
Mr. Fori. Na se Maami Joyce no. Yeah.
Ai wakasa pa wakasa. Na me so kakra meka ka ho ne se. NDC aba na nkasa no. Ebia meka. Ya dome wom Nyankopɔn dome wom. Because wohwɛ party no mu a nyansani bia sabe enim. Achidifo edi wom nyinaa so achi nyinaa ya jimifo. Because mimi kɔma busua mu a enipa enkrofo a wo edi NDC achi no omo ya akɔwensafo ajimifo.
Yeah.
Enipa papa bia nim. Na MPP so eluso belusu nyina Canada Japan oka ho bi
bebre enra me
oka ho bi pa nanso Kristo tiase enkechi ena tu Mahama eba waba no minim say obewie sika pa na wo de akọ. On say won ko ba bia na ne ma ne di nachi.
Yes.
Na ne ma di nachi. Aha. Yehwe. Wo kyerɛkyerɛ ne ma na kwa akwan. 3 Lawrence eba so no ofa obetun son Ghana dwapadeɛ nyina. Esutware sugar obeton ye. Nsawam tomatoes obeton ye. Enne say ye de hwa ye den you say hwa ye nwura o say de hwa ye den you. Because na me wo fa ye dwuma wo hobi. Obeton ton. So enti senator ye panicho bebre onka na nontom. Na say ye me pa patience a na me papa yakum na anka mehwehwe mo akira kwan yakum mo bi. Anka mehwehwe mo akira kwan pa wo kwan ya mefa so a menya Lawrence baba ako akunu no anka meye. But Kristo nti enti wo kokotodwani mu a omompa ye se Awurade hu omomobo na numie bia papa kofa ba e bia enya wom. Because numie bia awiase ne abedua bia no betwa e wasase so ansa na abewu a wawu. Enti sanato ye panechon kana no ntom. Me na mi swapa mokola eni ema ye bu wo ma eniem na mi sister ton paboa wo mokola. Na se ye ka se sojafo na ba Amerika ye bedie yetimi nante free mokola etu achimota. Sanato onka na nontom kora onka na nontom. Afemi saba Kevin Taylor eso sa Jimmy fo no Jimmy fo nyina ko match pass a sa Kevin Taylor no ono be lead wom.
Yeah.
onimu nyansa kapre to me be gyina ho ka kyerɛ na na akufo ado sɛ oyɛ gyimi Awurade hu ne mmɔbɔ na ɔmfa ne bɔ ne nkyɛn no na saa Kevin Taylor no me madome no me se car na be kunu car na be pɛkyɛ no ame adi Sophie asesa ne funu ye bɛsesa ne funu a ne maame kura enya ne funu because akwala bia wudi panintem atem a wuwu ntem.
Yes, of course.
Ube owu ntem na yewuo no so no obewu a ne maame hu ne funu. I don't think so our family. So our family and come at TV so me Jimmy enkekan enkwasasam. I don't think so our mama ne papa. Because kura mi TV kura man for ye no. Anu edi nchendi meko enyawo a enti won hwe ne yie pa Kevin Taylor no. O hwe bibi yie. I don't think so our papa and or mama. Saka our mama ne papa come be friend tunofo. Say ye na any depending matter. Nana Kufuor is 80 something years.
Yes.
And the makra be sin war. Na Kufuor so free if you papa on free fun. So now what be Gina TV so catch say Kufuor Jimmy for kwasi ampani bem Awurade hu ne mobo. No mfa ne bɔ ne nkyɛn Kevin Taylor no na onipa wonim wawie ya ka wona manado sagut so na wuso mawie ye ba o mawie ye bo mawie ye baba to nim na wie ye enti wonka na no ntom minya bema ade asa ma memfa wusi ya wate na ko unsu kopa bi na kopa bi bidi Awurade hira no ka ho wate
amen amen.
Yo, that's it.
Bye bye.
Yo, you bye.
Yeah, ma me patient and I attend and come. Also, actually, I'm come pa. Bushan for say ma me can ye break up ya abo anaju dumienu. And then check see ama ye ma me Vivian Kuma rest for dantry. Oskani Adamfo. Kwa Josikani Oskani. Michelle ye pa, mama danso, I'm patient, Michelle pa. I mean, reta Michelle, Baikujo Michelle once pa. Na ye mame reta pia Michelle, mama Diana pia, but we will be a Michelle. Miss B, I greet you, I greet you pa. Nutrition cancer, mama Michelle pa, and a friend poma ye boa. No, sorry, ya friend poma Michelle. Jaruko kuapia Michelle. Fiora ba kupe Esther Kebari ma baby will be a Michelle. Ajay Enoch Michelle. Ajo ase wa mama Michelle ye pa Elizabeth Asana. Hema Michelle pa. Ena Elizabeth Chan ai. Mama Michelle pa. Mimia Panyini Kofi Wilson Michelle wonso. Mark Vanofori ya Michelle pa. Ena mimia Evans Ankama Kofi Michelle pa. Mama Dana pa Michelle ye pa. Nana Odunsia Michelle Evans Ankama Kofi ya. My canter. I said there many na boy teriha. And I'm a powder in entry so much a Franco Michel. Oskani, why a mawa via Oskani and a caliph jabbing one so Michel. A Francofi, any me upon your summer kuna Machacha Munin, a busham for breco and tea medemo ebesia. Nasna medemo besino. Ya, Mumayan tea video way see. I want Tim can be man, I'm a crow. I said the end of the piano. Ochna, Uncle Pompa. At the same time of today, you will meet here and we'll have another episode. Until we meet again. Adios. Makram.
To reiterate my earlier comment made on the floor of the House, that I am determined to hold the government to account in making sure that the provisions of this act are totally implemented. And so I'm using this platform to call the attention of the government and all stakeholders to pay close attention to the provisions of the act, particularly Section 14(2), which provides that, and I quote, "The President shall ensure the progressive achievement of the gender equity targets set out in the first schedule in making appointments to the following: A, ministerial positions; B, the Council of State; C, the independent constitutional bodies; D, governing bodies of state institutions; E, the public service; F, district assemblies; and G, any other office to which the president makes an appointment. 3 says appointments under subsection 2 shall be in accordance with guidelines set out in the 3rd schedule of the bill. A copy is here. The baseline target set out in the first schedule for the 2024 to 2026 timeline is 30% for women into the institutions listed under section 14.2. That's baseline 2024 to 2026. From 2027 going, we have upped the baseline. That is why we will welcome and endorse an above target achievement in making appointments. We will not accept anything below the statutory benchmark percentage. We have tarried long in passing this law. Let us not apply the same wishy-washy attitude towards its implementation. I am not impressed with what I have seen so far in the position of women in the leadership of 1, Parliament; 2, committees of Parliament; and 3, appointments to ministerial positions. I'm not impressed at all. Even the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection is not a cabinet ministry.